Dude, why won't it fucking start? Something went wrong.
Something went wrong.
Oh, it's going. Fuck it, go.
Oh, fuck it. Here we go.
Here we are.
Hey there. Welcome to another episode of the Unshaven Modcast show. I'm Fugget.
Action.
And tonight we have Drew Watson, a.k.a. Drew the Legend.
What's up?
What's going on, Drew?
Just
How you doing, buddy?
Hey.
Drew's a hip-hop artist, designer, gamer, and nerd. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for the great introduction.
We're all nerds here.
You know it. I feel like everyone is nowadays.
Yeah. It's cool to be a nerd today.
We've converted you all.
We are weekly on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only at unshavenmodcast.com, and live on our Facebook page at Unshaven Modcast. If you can't stay awake for the whole show, search us on iTunes, Google Music, YouTube, and SoundCloud. All episodes are uploaded the day after they air. We are a show about nothing and everything. The podcast where anything goes. Unfiltered, undefined, unshaven. Our sponsor for the month of June is Handcraft Tattoo and Art Gallery. Handcraft Tattoo and Gallery is not your typical street-style tattoo shop, but more vintage-style tattoo parlor with a traditional feel. You won't find flash art hanging on their walls, because they're prestigious as fuck.
That's right.
But you will find fine art in its place. They offer queen-quality tattooing and Board of Health trusted and respected. They are located at 325 West 5th Street in downtown Cincinnati. Call during normal business hours at 513-417-8949. And Nate, I just saw you said your ear's fucking swollen. You should probably go to Handcraft Tattoo instead of doing it your fucking self all the goddamn time. Anyways.
Way to go, Nate.
Anyways, you can visit them on the web at handcrafttattoo.com or search for Handcraft Tattoo on Facebook and Instagram.
That scared me a little, man.
That was intense.
I just look up and Nate's bitching about his fucking swollen ear because he keeps gauging the shit himself. Go to Handcraft Tattoo, Nate.
It's clean and quiet.
Clean and quiet.
You said queen and quiet.
Did I?
Yeah.
I'm about to listen back. Queen and quiet.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that. I was like, you know what? This is interesting.
Right, whatever. That's why we go live, because we don't have to like edit all that shit out.
Yeah, that's boring, monotonous.
Uber's not here tonight.
Yeah, Uber's not here tonight because he's a fucking bitch.
He's sick. Again.
No, I know we always say he's a bitch every time because he's been here, not here multiple times.
Yeah.
And we just make fun of him the whole 2 hours. But he literally is sick. He's got strep throat.
He really is sick.
He's got dick sucking throat disease, and I don't want him anywhere near me.
So he could just stay in the lower levels.
He can stay. Yeah, he can stay down there. I don't want that shit.
Yeah. He needs to get one of those like humidifiers or air filters.
He needs something.
Or maybe antibiotics, like,
Yeah.
You know about what would fix it?
normal people.
Bath salts.
Bath salt.
Yeah.
You can just put them down. Oh, we've had enough of you.
Yeah, I put him out of his misery.
I mean, that's how zombie movies start. There's always that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Walking Dead.
Try to kill fucking Uber, and the next thing he's back.
Like, where's Uber? We sent him to the farm.
So everybody's at how's your week been, Drew?
Been good.
Yeah.
Good week, yeah.
Good.
I got back into the studio for the first time in a few months. I recorded 3 tracks.
Oh,
with
nice.
this dude, F Drop. So, including a concept song where I was rapping from the persona of the Joker.
I saw you put
Yeah, I
that
saw
status.
that
That
post.
sounds
Yeah.
actually pretty fucking awesome.
Dude, it was cool shit because, like, so normally when I rap, I try to make try to keep it serious, you know?
Uh-huh.
But with this verse, I was, like, making my voice change a bit to try and mimic what, like, Mark Hamill would do and shit. And then I did a track by itself of just laughing. And I've never done a Joker laugh before. And it was cool because, like, it started out with me kind of doing, like, sounded like a very bad guy-ish laugh. But then all of a sudden, just something from me just started this nonstop, hearty-ass, it sounded like a real Joker laugh to the point where, like, when the track was over and I came out the booth, the guys were like, God damn, I thought you were about to fucking stab us all. And I'm like, dude, for real, I thought I was about to as well. Like, I didn't know what that shit was.
That's awesome, man.
It probably started off like you were trying to like do a fake laugh.
Yeah.
And then you just started laughing at yourself, and then it just became funny.
And it just became hysterical, and I just couldn't stop. And I was like, huh, so that's what happened.
The same.
I have no idea, dude. Just go for it. Nope.
Oh, wrong one. Gary said there's a lot of wind.
Oh, nice.
Did I turn it off? Or
No, I think
turned it
if
down.
You, yeah,
Okay, I just wanna turn it
if you
down,
hit
I
it
don't turn it
twice,
off.
you were good.
quit bitching, Gary. God damn.
God damn it, Gary.
Had to interrupt the whole fucking show because you're bitching about wind.
Sorry, my radiance was disturbing you.
So, no, that's cool, man. Though I'm actually interested to hear that. When I saw you post a status, you want to do it from a Joker's point of view. I was like, that'd be fucking sweet. That'd be cool as shit.
Yeah, and F Drop, he's rapping from Batman's point of view, so like,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
it's real cool, you know.
Oh, that's sweet.
So we'll see how it all turns out.
Hell yeah, dude.
Should hear it pretty soon.
That'd be awesome. Is there anything else? Do anything else besides write amazing rap songs?
Well, I'm in the process of a remodel at this hotel I work at. I'm a restaurant manager, so that's almost done. So everyone there is hella excited about it. Me, I'm just like, let's get this goddamn drilling over with. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And you mentioned that I was, I'm an artist and shit. I've been working on some character designs for an animation I've been working on. So kind of keeping it busy, all the while,
Sounds like it.
kicking it with the kids, the missus. Typical dad shit in my life. It feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my life. Like married, kids, podcast, beard club, work. I didn't write any rap songs this week though.
No, me neither.
Slacking. Thought this was America.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean that's kind of like my life, man. Just balancing all the shit I want to do with family and kids,
Shit you gotta do.
and then with shit I gotta do. Yeah,
Right.
so I can
yeah.
keep having family and kids.
Yeah. Dreams don't pay bills. Not yet.
That's what I keep telling anytime I want something and I'll ask for a hookup or a trade or something, and I'll be like, I can't afford it in real life. Like government says I have to feed my kids. Like I have to. Like I don't have a choice. Like.
Shit, eventually they learn to open the refrigerator and just eat shit of yourself. Themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have leftover pizza, you get done blazing, expecting that shit to be there, and all of a sudden your goddamn kid done ate the whole fucking thing, and you're just like, how are you 7 years old eating a whole pizza? That's a grown man thing. Some bullshit.
Yeah, that happens a lot. My ice cream disappears a lot in the house. Pisses me off.
Yep.
I'll come out at the end of the day like, eat my fucking ice cream.
Shit, I would buy weird flavors that my girlfriend wouldn't like, but my kids are just like me, so like
Right.
they started to get hip to the trick. They're just like, oh, daddy got ice cream. I don't give a fuck the flavor. I'm just gonna eat that shit. They'll just do it. They'll crush that shit in spite of me. Little bastards. I love them, but goddamn it.
I'm like a chocolate chip man. I always get chocolate chip, just traditional chocolate chip.
Yeah.
But the kids will eat it. Gone.
That's like the basic white girl of
Right.
ice cream.
Right.
That's like the Starbucks.
Chocolate chip.
I don't know. I can't. I've always loved chocolate chip. Like I will venture out every once in a while and try something new, but it's like, you know what? At the end of the day, I still like the chocolate chip.
He's gonna get strawberry.
Right.
But, I really like the chocolate chip cookie dough. I know you're making funny for chocolate chip. I like the cookie dough
Yeah.
a lot. I do the peanut butter one as well.
No, I like both those. It was actually the last time I went, they were out of chocolate chips, so I went for the cookie dough. Cookie dough is good, but I also like the ones with it's got chocolate chips and then the waffle cone pieces and the caramel. It's like caramel cone crunch or like everyone has, but it's called something else. But
Yeah.
that I like also. That shit's awesome as fuck.
It's got pieces of stale, soggy, fucking
But it's
ice
good,
cream
though.
cones in it.
Hot, it preserves forever. It's good as fuck. I have no idea what kind of sorcery goes into it, but
Right.
But dude, I tell you what I did have, and it might beat out my favorite as being chocolate chip. The Ben & Jerry's Bob Marley.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it is fucking phenomenal. It just came out, and it says it's limited, so I hope enough people buy it to where it's no longer going to be limited. But it's banana ice cream, like banana flavored ice cream. Because Chuck was even like, "Does it got bananas in it?" And I was like, well, "Hell no, I wouldn't eat it if it had bananas in it. That's disgusting. Like, they turn brown and it's nasty." But no, it's banana flavored ice cream with fudge pieces, or no, peace sign fudge pieces and caramel. Dude, it's so good. You have no idea. Oh, and graham cracker. It's got graham cracker in it too. It's amazing.
that must be the job of a life. Just be high as fuck and be like, all right, let's add all this shit to ice
Yeah, let's
cream.
try to make a cool ass ice cream.
It's like they just open up some cabinets and like, dude, I got fucking graham crackers and these little fudge signs from this feminist convention and some banana. Let's just fucking mix it together. It makes
Actually,
something
I've always
amazing.
I found a couple jelly beans. Throw those in
Throw
there.
it in there too.
Well, dude, you know what's funny? I've always wanted to start a food truck based on that idea. Like, it just, like, drunken high food.
Yeah.
Like, just like, we have meals that, like, it's like, that's our research. Is like, we go out one night and we get really high or really drunk, and then we make all these meals, and then, like, whichever the best one wins, we put it on the menu, and then, like, that's
I
the
feel
whole
like
premise
half
of the
the
fucking
shit I've
food
ate
truck.
that would probably be really, really disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't order it twice.
Right, yeah.
See, I had a similar idea for a restaurant, except the menu would just be different items, and you just throw that shit together and whatever you want. And
Yeah.
you just come in there high as fucking, you're just like, I want a peanut butter and jelly on a motherfucking bagel on a fucking pizza pie with
Yeah.
goddamn jelly beans, and we're just like, all right, that's gonna be $22.
Yeah.
We can do that shit. And people just come in there and just like combining all types of weird shit, just like how they got those goddamn those Coke fusion machines at like
Yeah.
at Wendy's, the most random ass places,
Yeah.
Wendy's and fucking movie theaters, you know.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
just-
mean, it can be pretty much anything like, like Chipotle or like, like Orange Leaf or whatever. You pick all your toppings. It'd be like that for high people.
yeah, with
Like,
everything.
I want those jalapenos. I want those jelly beans.
I want an omelet.
I want the scrambled eggs.
Yeah,
Because I've done that shit. Like, looked what's in the condiment of what condiments are in the dorm. Like, yeah, I'll throw some of that shit in.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I've done that
Yeah.
plenty of times
Oh, that's
drunkenly.
how I figure out my seasonings at the house. I'm just like, what do I have left?
Right.
Oh, we got some blue sprinkles from fucking someone's birthday. Fuck it, let's throw it in there. Live it up, baby.
Yo, what up, Jack? Welcome. So what'd you do this week?
Nothing, dude.
Nothing?
I watched a lot of Netflix.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah.
What you watching?
I watched House of Cards. I watched all that.
Finished it?
Yeah. I watched all the Orange is the New Black. I finished that.
We haven't even started yet. I gotta wait for me and Chris to have time to watch it together.
And now I'm rewatching The Office for the 4th time.
Oh, God.
Shit, I could never get into The Office.
Oh, really?
Well, my first experience of it was the British one. And
Yeah.
like, you have to be a certain level of fucked up to really enjoy certain
Right.
kind of Brit. Like, I like Monty Python, but that's about as, like, I watch Doctor Who, but that's as far as my British
Right.
ventures really go. Sometimes the shit's just so,
Yeah.
It's dry. It's dry
Yeah,
humor.
dry-
I don't like
dry as
British
fuck.
comedy at all.
yeah, so.
Like, the only thing I think ever British comedy I ever, like, really enjoyed was the original Whose Line Is It Anyway? Like,
Yeah.
when it was still... Like, I enjoyed that, but,
Yeah.
like, anything... Like, I mean, I can't knock Doctor Who. I've never actually seen it. I know
That's
it's supposed to
pretty
be a
good,
really
man.
good
Oh,
show.
yeah, it's that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I want to watch...
It's
you know what?
addictive.
I start watching... I want to start watching the Sherlock Holmes with Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch in it. That's what
Yeah.
Well, like, I pulled him up, and I was like... Damn, each episode's 100 or like an hour and fucking 30 minutes long. I was
Yeah,
like, that's a
what kinda turned me
commitment
off.
right there.
Yeah.
That's not a show. That's fucking a long-term commitment.
I find it weird that, like, I'll turn down watching a hour and a half long show, but I'll watch 7 episodes. It's almost
Right.
only a half hour. And just
Yeah,
binge
yeah.
watch a season.
Yeah.
I guess because it's just flipping and just being different as opposed to being invested in, like, the same 3 characters for
Yeah.
Because that's the thing is, like, with the whole Sherlock Holmes, because you're like, damn, those are each an hour and a half, and there's a lot of those. And you're like, I don't have that kind of time. I'm going to turn on this 3-hour Harry Potter movie.
Yeah.
Like, because it's just the one 3 hours. Like, you watch something 3 hours, but, like, to sit and watch 2 Sherlock Holmes episodes. Because then you're going to be like, oh, damn, now I got to keep watching this. Like, I don't want to stop.
The pacing has a lot to do with it, too. You know, like, Harry Potter movies, the pacing for American movies is so fast-paced because we got short attention spans. They know what it is. They're all fucked up.
Yeah.
British shit, they'll take forever to do anything. And you're just like,
Like,
God
10
damn it.
minute scene with no dialogue.
Yeah.
There'll just be facial expressions.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
The Brits are sitting on the edge of the seat like,
Yeah.
oh, blimey, mate. Or whatever.
Blimey, man.
Or maybe that's Australian. I don't fucking... I don't know, but...
Because they are, because they're all like, because the British are all like, they're all, I don't know the word I'm looking for, like, super proud
Yeah.
of their acting abilities. Like, they like go to all these like crazy special schools.
They're
and all these-
highfalutin.
highfalutin, and so like that's important to them, like that they can act with facial expressions and fuck that.
Speaking of acting with facial expressions, you guys ever check out the show Supernatural?
I've
I have heard a ton about it, but I've never seen
man.
it.
I mean-
episodes here and there.
It's not a bad show, but son of a bitch, those dudes will spend a good, almost ending every scene with so many stupid facial expressions. Like looking at each other to, it's almost as if they're hearing the director say, you're shocked, now you're angry, now you're confused, now you're happy. And the dudes, like the faces, they'll do it to each other. And I'm just like, God damn it, guys, for God's sake.
That's funny.
real men only have two expressions. That's angry and more angry.
Right.
No, like
That's my dad face.
I do want to watch that show. I do. But I'm like in the middle of so many shows I just can't seem to fucking get through because I never have time to sit and watch TV. Like I've been trying to watch Shameless for fucking however long now, fucking like years. I'm finally like halfway through season 6. And I got a lot done this week on Shameless because my kids are in VBS this week. So I can watch Shameless while they're at VBS. Because there's nobody home. Because I can't watch that show when they're home.
Yeah.
And like I still haven't even caught up on Outsiders. I am not caught up on Walking Dead. Like, there's so much shit I'm just not caught up because I don't have the time. Like,
I gave up on Walking Dead after season 3. I'm just like, all right, how long is this shit supposed to go on? You guys, it's a zombie apocalypse. Like,
I haven't given up on Walking Dead.
I'm really into Game of Thrones.
Invested in it.
Game of Thrones is my shit.
Yeah, it's good as fuck, dude.
I want to start.
Oh,
I need a fucking. Well, no, I guess I have the Cody. I can watch it.
Yeah, dude. I was resisting Game of Thrones for a hot minute, especially because people was coming up to me like, Drew, you're into that nerdy shit. There's dragons and shit. I'm like, you're not going to just fucking tempt me with that. There's swords and magic. You don't know me, bruh.
Yeah.
There's titties and shit. I'm like, listen, that's good, but... And then I just happened to go out on a Black Friday out to fucking Best Buy, and I saw the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray for like $20 each. Yeah. And they were normally running like 65. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to get this. Sit down with my girlfriend, watch an episode, see what's good. Now, the fucked up thing about Game of Thrones, are you hip to it?
Yeah.
So the very first thing of Game of Thrones I ever watched wasn't even those Blu-rays I got. I was kicking with my homie Ben from Bar Louie, and it was my first time smoking a blunt of like some Kush and shit. You know, like normally I just smoke maybe little bowls of it, but I used to just smoke reg because that's all I could afford back in the day. So I'm smoking this shit. He's like, here, let me show you Game of Thrones. So this motherfucker doesn't want to start me off at the beginning.
Right.
No, he wants to just start me off at the fucking Red Wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Which is this big pivotal point with all these crazy shits happening and the internet broke down because of it, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
so I watched it high as fuck. I was falling asleep and shit. And, you know, coming through like, oh, man, that person just died. Who is that? I have no idea. So me and my girlfriend's going through it, and I'm watching the first season. I'm like, some of these people look familiar to me. Why do I know them? And then we're watching the second season. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, you mother.
Right.
And it's just like every episode was like, fucking Ben. And I went to work one day. I'm like, Ben, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
How do you show me the season finale of like the 3rd season when everyone is like, when all this shit happens?
Right.
How you going to start me off on that? So by the time we got to, I'm just mad as fuck. I'm just telling my girlfriend like, I didn't want to ruin it for her, but I was just like, man. She's like, oh, I really like that character.
Exact same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't like stoned getting like shown anything, but I was just like, it would happen. It was a spoiler on Facebook with Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah.
Like long before I started watching the show. Like I saw something. I guess the part like Opie dies in the show, and when I saw it on Facebook, didn't mean shit to me. And then like one day, me and my wife started watching this show, and I was just like, I started like, oh man, I really like this Opie character. He's really cool. And then it finally clicked in my head that I knew what was going to happen to him, and I was just like, motherfucker. Like, and I was like, God damn it, this dude's gonna die and it's gonna piss me off, and like I know he's gonna die.
Yeah,
like,
just
so I didn't even
it.
tell my wife. I just had to like sit there the whole time like, he's gonna fucking die. Like,
part of me started getting sadistic, like, oh, you really like her? Yeah, she's a great character. She's gonna be the queen. Yeah, I know something. The internet is crazy for spoilers now.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, if I miss an episode of The Walking Dead, like, I don't even get online until I watch
it's fucking
it.
ridiculous. They don't give a shit anymore. They're just... Even on, like... Because I watch a lot of YouTube. That's where I get all my shit from. Yeah. And I had to unfollow some people because their thumbnails would be the spoiling thing, and then I have, like, a little bar going between, like, spoiler. Why did such and such die? And I'm just like, really? How are you just going to ruin it for me?
Yeah.
Just, like, right here off the gate, you know? I think there used to be like a 4-day rule for like the superhero movies. They're like, all right, we're not gonna spoil this, but now somehow these fucking little hacker fucks are getting access to like because like I like Marvel movies a lot.
Yeah.
And they're getting access to the deleted scenes and like the fucking bonus scene 2.5 months before such and such happens. So they'll fucking throw it on YouTube like, let's break down why in let's just say hypothetical, you know, the Black Panther movie. Yeah. I haven't seen it. There's no spoilers out for that yet, but let's just say they threw something up like, oh, why does he die in the spoiler scene? And I'm just like, why do you even know? How do you get this? Who the fuck are you people?
Yeah, like the fucking, like a trailer will come out and within like an hour there's like a fucking whole breakdown of the fucking trailer.
Right.
Like, look at this thing in the background. That means this is gonna fucking happen at scene 23. I'm just like, what the fuck?
How do you know this shit?
But yeah, that was on my list to talk about. Have you seen it? The new trailer for Black Panther?
I haven't seen it, no.
Dude, it looks awesome. It looks fucking amazing.
It looks real good.
Yeah, you're gonna have to check that out tomorrow.
And you know
or whatever.
The main thing I like about the trailer, because every fucking black superhero normally comes from the same background of coming from the beat up city, coming from the hood, coming up to be, a good person after his fucking dad was non-existent and his mom died to crack or some shit like that. Fucking everything has that thing, but like with Black Panther, it's a whole different character. Like this cat in the comics, he's the third smartest person in the entire comic universe, and he's the richest comic character there is right now. Like he runs an entire nation, and it's cool actually seeing a character come from that and doing his thing, as opposed from the typical rags to riches that we always see from every comic character, every fucking rapper, every fucking, everybody always has that same. I mean, I get it. It's a common story. Yeah, we all come from hard times. But like when I'm watching something, like when I'm trying to watch a superhero, I'm like, God damn it. I'm getting kind of sick of everybody trying to build up this fucking community center that's always fucking broke down. And, your older brother got shot. Like, God damn it. I'm the older brother in my family. I never got shot. Where the fuck is my hero? Shit.
No, that was like, because I don't know much about the story of Black Panther, like, other than what I've learned about him so far in the Avengers.
Right.
But yeah, I watched the previews and I was like, oh, okay, this is different. Yeah. This is different. Like, like he's coming from like a good life and, it was very different, but I actually really enjoyed it. And I don't know his real name in real life, but I love that dude.
Oh yeah, that
dude that plays him.
That actor, yeah.
I can't think of his name.
I think it's something Chadwick. Something.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because he's in 42. Like, he plays Jackie Robinson, and I fucking love that movie. That movie's so great. But he's in that movie. And that's actually, like, that movie was how I got to know him, and then I think I've seen him since ever since. I was like, oh, it's fucking Jackie Robinson. So that's just like calling Jackie Robinson, but I don't know his real name.
I'm sure he wouldn't get mad.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I think it was probably honestly like one of his big roles, like that got him to where he is now.
Yeah, I remember that now.
But, yeah. I mean, and along with the superheroes, Adam West died this week.
Yeah.
So sad.
I met him once.
Really?
At a fucking cavalcade when I was a kid. I actually sat in the old school Batmobile. Like, him and
Burt Ward.
I was going to say, my mom was like there for a minute.
I only know that because I was reading something about it today.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, that's why that name sounds so familiar. Yeah. It's fucking Robin. Why did I know that name?
I knew it, but like all of a sudden I was like, shit, it went blank. Everybody knows who Adam West is, but I forgot Robin's name. But yeah, I met him when I was a kid at a cavalcade.
Dude, that 1960 whatever Batman movie was one of the best ones.
Yeah, dude, that was... I used to watch the show when I was a kid. It had to have been reruns, though.
Yeah, I watched the show. I never saw the movie. Not the 1961 that you were talking about.
I feel like I bought the movie for my kids and kind of like poked my head in while they were watching. I seen a couple scenes and I was just like, you kids are in for a ride right now. Pow. Zam. Dude, I really liked him as Adam West on Family Guy.
Yo, yeah,
I kind of feel like that was his most quote-worthy role in my eyes. Because every time he was on the screen, just everything he said was just fucking... And like I saw a behind-the-scenes video where apparently he would just walk in, take the script, go into the booth, do his shit, and at the end be like, wait, what the hell did I just say? Yeah. Like, he was just so, he just say whatever. And like, he didn't give a fuck. He just owned up to just having a good time.
That's funny.
I'm not really sad about his loss because he's like 88, so I kind of feel like he lived a full life. It's not like unexpected.
I mean, he did die like of leukemia, but at the same time, it said a small battle, but I'm sure a lot of it had to do with his age. He was 88 years old.
Yeah, so. He didn't really retire. He kept on working, so he lived a good life.
I personally don't want to live to be that.
Yeah. Nah, man.
It's like Betty White, man. She keeps going, dude.
No, I mean, as long as I'm still healthy.
Like, I know, like, she's...
If I'm still as healthy as Betty White, then fuck it. I'll just keep on living, but, like...
She's gonna be like Jesus, and I'll take everybody with her and shit.
I know Betty White helped free the slaves, and I appreciate her for that. Right. 250 years ago.
There's not much she hasn't done.
Right.
I kind of feel like when she goes, it'll be like... About time, like for God's sake, she's been here forever. I mean, I think she's cool as fuck, but I was never really into Golden Girls. I guess my mom was, and then she just became a cultural icon that everyone just happened to, for some reason, really, really like old people. You notice that like people just really, really love old people now. Oh,
I'm
they're
not
so
sure why,
cute.
but I watched a lot of Golden Girls when I was a kid.
love the Golden Girls.
Like,
I
I'd be
watched it
flipping
every
it, it'd be
chance I
on, and
can.
I'd just be like a kid, like, alright, I'll watch this show about old ladies.
When I'd be drunk,
That lady's a whore.
when I'd be drunk waking up in the clubhouse, I'd turn on Golden Girls.
I like Golden Girls. I mean, I haven't watched it in fucking forever, but I know younger, I would like, if it was on, I'd watch it. That Blanche, she's a whore.
Yeah, she is.
But yeah, no, Betty White, like, if I'm as healthy as Betty White when I'm that old, then fine, I'll just keep on living. But if I'm like, carrying around a colostomy bag and I got a cane and all that shit, I'm like, fucking just put me out of my goddamn misery. Like, I don't want to be
Golden
alive.
Girls wasn't anything like this.
Yeah, I think it would be cool to reach that cultural icon like Betty White and like Snoop, where you can like be who you are and not really have to do much. Just
Right.
you get paid for showing up and just being places. Like Snoop just goes around smoking weed everywhere and they're throwing money.
Yeah.
What was the last fucking album you seen him release? And before that, like he doesn't have to.
Right.
And Betty White, she hasn't done anything except for just been around and just been Betty White and pop up in a commercial every now and then.
You just mentioned Snoop Dogg, and maybe I read something today,
What?
and that fucker smokes 81 blunts a day. Now, and it doesn't say if like he ever like passes it or lets anybody hit it, but 81 a day, and it was like that's like 30,000 some they like had the math like a year. I was like, holy fuck! Like I might know him and Willie smoke a lot, but that's a lot.
I'm feeling pretty good after 2 blunts. You're like 81 is just overkill. God damn.
That's a lot.
I mean, that's a high. I kind of feel like
I would literally be that kid from the Just Say No to Marijuana commercial that melts into the cow.
right. I kind of feel like if you need to smoke 81 blunts in a day, it's time to upgrade to some harder shit.
Right. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Let's show you cocaine.
All right, Snoop, it's time to start doing heroin.
Right.
You smoked more than the human body can really. You're not even getting high no more. You're just doing it.
Yeah. I know.
Here's some acid. Start off with 1.
But sidetrack back to the old
81
people.
drops of acid.
Day 46 of Snoop Dogg dressed up as a bunny rabbit running up and down the highway.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be a great reality show.
But
Fucking Snoop Dogg on acid.
Hey, somebody get this guy to pitch to fucking Fox.
right.
This season on Snoop Dogg on acid.
But no, I also wanted to say with the old people thing. Like, if I'm like dying, they just put me out of misery. But like, I can't wait to hit the age where like you can pretend you're senile and get away with it.
Oh yeah.
That's what I can't wait for. Like, I can't like. I always like. I say, like, I can't wait to like. If I'm sitting there and like a group of kids passes, I'm like, "Fuck you, bitches!" And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
look at that cute little
I
man."
think you have to have like a hunch to you.
Like, I can't wait to
Once
get
you
that
start
point.
getting that old person hunch, then I think you can start doing it.
I wonder when does it start? 'Cause I never see like middle-aged people with the
Right,
hunch. It's
with,
just
like-
like old people.
Yeah.
It's like you wake up one day and that's it. You're just
It's like the head's too heavy for the spine to support. Let's hunch this bitch.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That's the only part I can't wait for. But then after I don't get to enjoy that anymore, just kill me. I'm done.
you know one thing I've wondered about old age is what age do you get when you earn the old people names such as Betty or Bertha or
Yeah.
Mildred. Like I never met a young Mildred in my life, and I've met
Yeah.
many women.
You
But I
will
know it's-
soon.
Yeah,
In
I
the,
guess,
right.
in the hipster age, you'll start meeting all them.
yeah, I guess so. But
Yeah.
fuck,
About 5 years when all their kids grow up.
It's like,
This is
I-
my son, Bertha.
My daughter, Grass.
in my head, I just assume like when people get to like 50 or something like that, or 60, all of a sudden they get like christened. Like, all right, you are no longer Michelle.
Yeah.
You are now. You are now.
Eugenia.
Yeah, you are now Edith.
Yeah.
Go forth and be old and cranky. Here are your 26 cats. Yeah, shit, that smells like mothballs. Like,
Right.
like
Action's already working towards that. He's like, when is my name going to be Eugene? I've already got the
Right.
cats going.
That's my dad's name.
Really?
Yeah.
how old is he?
I don't know.
I feel like he was a David
He
before he
was a
had.
Covington dad. I don't really know him that well.
That was harsh,
Oh, God bless.
but funny.
That was
In his
real.
absentness.
Oh, man.
Arnold Eugene.
Arnold Eugene.
Yeah, Howard.
Is that the last name, or is it just like just names
It's
keep on
just-
going on?
yeah. Yeah, there's more.
It's like
all of his names are first names.
Right, yeah.
His name is like Arnold or Eugene or Howard or Franklin or fucking Marshall. I don't know.
Can't remember. It changed every time I saw him.
Yeah, I remember when I used to go to Kings Island with some of my friends back when I was in high school. The fellow drummers with me from the band. We would stand in line and try to yell out different common names to see who would turn their head. We'd be like, Becky! And to see who would turn around and would just start laughing. David! Dante! Or some shit.
Yeah.
It was really like the shit we thought was hilarious when we were kids.
Yeah.
We used to drive down the road and there was somebody like walking or running.
Yeah.
We would honk and then wave in their direction.
Yeah.
And we thought it was hilarious. Like, they'd be over
really?
there, and we would wave over here. So they'd stop and
Well.
look, and then we're waving at nobody over there. But, like, we thought it was hilarious.
Living in Covington, we used to drive around and honk and throw beverages at people.
Oh, okay. That was
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
When I lived in New York, we used to like to run across the train tracks. There was that legend. It might be true. I never tried it. That the third rail was like electric and
Right, I heard that too.
shock
Dude.
you.
Yeah.
So we would run across, and that was our thing. We'd like to go along the side in the subway and like have the trains go close to us because we were stupid and it was the fucking 90s and nobody was. We were invincible back then. Who the fuck cared?
Yeah.
Everyone had kids. It didn't matter. There was no terrorists and shit
what
back
was
then.
Homeland Security?
Yeah, what was children's safety? Fuck that shit.
What? Dude, I was allowed to do fucking anything in
I
the
could
goddamn
too, man.
90s.
I used to fucking ride on the trains as a kid and just not care about shit. Now that I'm a dad, I'm looking around at my kids like, man, if you're out of my eyesight, I'm ready to fucking flip out.
I know, and it kind of sucks. It was we had that conversation on a prior podcast talking about like, you know, is the world really gotten worse or are we just more sensitive to it because we see it all fucking day long? But yeah, when I was a kid, dude, I'd be fucking 12 years old, like riding my bike from fucking my mom's house in Coleraine to my dad's house in Cheviot. Like,
Right.
but yeah, and if my kids get fucking 30 feet away from the house, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Right.
where are you? You're gonna get raped by some giant dude. Like,
Right,
don't
right.
get back here.
Haven't you heard of child slavery?
Yeah.
Get back here. You got people your size making iPods right now down the street. Come the fuck over here.
Right. You end up in a cellar somewhere.
I mean, our parents' fears were dumb as fuck. Like, you know, if you talk on the phone during a thunderstorm, you're gonna get electrocuted.
Yeah, right.
Stupid
yeah.
shit.
Turn the power strips off.
Our fears are, you know, hey, don't stand outside too long. Korea's attacking.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
What the fuck kind of world do we live in?
Like fucking Fallout or some shit.
Yeah, you know, it's like all those movies. It's like a real life Lex Luthor from Superman is a president. You're like, so anybody want to be Batman? Any billionaires want to stop this? No, okay,
Nobody's gonna step up at all.
nobody at
The
all.
fuck.
Shit, I got $20. If I could do it, I'd fucking do it. But fuck, shit's expensive.
Yeah, right now Kim Jong-un is our Batman.
Yeah. That's great. That's just great.
Yeah. So I mean, New York. How'd you get from here? I want to know the story. How'd you get from New York? From New York.
So
Here from New York. There we go. That's
yeah,
better.
yeah. So the story here. Let me weave you a tale. So it all starts. My mom, she was a singer. They used to sing around the world in a group called the Crystals. And when she used to come to Cincinnati, she always liked it on her little tours she would do with this group. And a couple of her cousins had moved.
We are
up here.
deceiving on the outside, and then you get here and it's
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So when she and my stepdad had split up, she was trying to get away, and the first thing she thought was like, I'm gonna go where my two favorite cousins are out there in Ohio, because in New York, you know, in '99 when we moved, my friends and shit, like, we were ignorant as fuck in the 7th grade. They say, I heard I'm moving to Ohio. I'm thinking it sounds like Hawaii, so I'm like, hey y'all, I'm going to fucking Hawaii. Fuck you bitches. Why are we getting a moving truck? This don't make sense. Don't we need a plane or something like that? Anyway, we came out here, and fuck, the first thing we fucking saw was back. I don't know if you guys remember this. Back when the KKK used to do the rallies down at the fucking Fountain
Oh,
Square.
yeah.
I remember
so
it.
that was
I
the
remember
first-
being on the news. That's all I
Right.
remember.
Oh, I remember, like, we went to some. You remember Batman the Animated Series, right?
Yeah.
You remember Fox 19 Kids Club?
Yeah.
They did this thing when the new one of the new Batman movies were coming out, and they had all the characters from the animated series there, and it was like a scavenger hunt. You had to run around and find them, and you can get your picture taken with them and shit.
Right.
And in the middle of it, the fucking Klan's going off about white power and shit.
Right. Yeah, we saw the shit on the news. We stopped at the
Yeah.
fucking Bob Evans on the way here, and we're seeing on the news. Me and my sisters are like, wait, I thought the KKK wasn't around anymore, because you can't pull that shit off in New York.
Right.
You're fucking out of your mind.
Yeah.
So But anyway, we stayed out here. And my mom, she got remarried to some douchebag, and I was like 19. I'm like, well, fuck that. I'm starting my music up. I'm not trying to. I got all my friends out here. I got the fucking easy Cincinnati hoes out here. Like, I don't want to leave just yet. And me and my homie Tony, we started a group called the Death Dealers, and we started rapping around a lot and doing our thing a lot. And then my girlfriend, she got pregnant with my firstborn, and I was like, well, fuck, I can't just bounce out on that, because I was looking like. I was making plans. Me and him were making plans to finance a fucking tour, like a little mini tour. I was looking at moving back to the East Coast. But when that happened and she wasn't ready to move, I was like, well, I'm not going to just fucking bounce on her. That's not what a man should do. And then she had a second kid, and I was like, well, shit's getting real.
Right.
Got to slow down a bit. So I ended up getting just stuck here because, like, the family started building up. Now I'm looking to move again, but I'm going to wait, like, another year or so. Because I've been out here for about 15, 17 years now, and I kind of know Cincinnati's craziness. Like, I don't know how insane another city is. I don't know where the bad neighborhoods are. I don't know, the subtle nuances. Like, for instance, in New York, it was kind of a thing when you're walking down the street, don't just look random people in the eyes, because that can trigger a crazy person. So you were just always taught to, like, just mind your own business, look around, what I'm saying? Here, I've learned that, just simple street rules. If I walk down and see somebody I don't know, if I nod down to them, they nod down to me. It's like all right, we don't know you, but, you're cool. If I see someone I kind of do know, I nod up. It's like, I know this shit. I know if I'm going to go out to this neighborhood, I shouldn't be walking around my phone out all the time. I know if I'm going to go out here, I shouldn't be black too late at night because they don't like that shit. But I know the shit out here. Everywhere else nowadays, I'm like, well, fuck, man. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck's wilding out over here. At least I know out in Cincinnati, I know some fucking good old boys ain't gonna let no fucking crazy ass terrorists do some bullshit.
Right.
And I know the niggas out here ain't gonna let the fucking rednecks do bullshit. I know the cops, well, I don't know, they're just shooting everybody, so I don't know about them. They're just fucking crazy wherever you go. But everybody else, I kind of dig it, but I know I want us to move. I don't want to go back to the East Coast, though, because, A, it's expensive as fuck.
Somewhere warmer.
Yeah, for real.
Everybody always leaves
If I'm leaving Cincinnati, it's going to be, like, south.
Like
somewhere, like West Coast. I'll go West Coast, even, like, I want to go to California West Coast, where I want to go, but, like, I just want to go somewhere warmer. That's all I want. Pretty careless where I go, honestly.
I'd rather just stable weather.
Right.
I don't care if it's too hot all the time. I just want, like, seasons that feel like seasons, not this bullshit where it's like negative 30 degrees, next day it's sunny, next day it's Halloween, next day it's fucking freezing again, and you're like,
oh, I don't even want that. I want to move somewhere where it's spring and summer all the time. That's what I want. I fucking hate the cold. I hate the snow. I live in the wrong state for that shit.
Yeah, my allergies kill me. I come from a city of pollution, and I breathe way better out there. I come out here with all this fucking nature and greenery and fucking sunlight and birds chirping, people going camping and fishing, and I can't breathe worth shit out here. Give me the pollution. Give me the smell of fucking honey roasted peanuts and homeless people. Like, that's what I'm used to. God damn it.
No, I'm kind of jealous actually, because that's like, it's still, New York City is like on my dream spot still, even though I have technically been there. I had to go to Boston for work, and it was like during peak time, so like the plane ticket was expensive as fuck, and they were kind of bitching about it. My job was, and I was like, I'll drive, no big deal. I'll just take my wife with me. We'll both go. I'll fucking make a goddamn trip out of it, like right. So. I got the rental car on a Friday, and I have to be in Boston till Monday. So we woke up fucking early Saturday morning, started making the drive, and took the southernmost route, like where we go through Connecticut and all that, and then drove up through Jersey, and then the whole goal was I wanted to go through New York City, and we stopped off at Liberty Island in New Jersey and saw the Statue of Liberty, and then we drove into New York. So I was there for 3 hours. Like, right. we had lunch, I parked, we looked at things, and it cost me like $500.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah.
Like, parking was outrageous. The lunch was expensive. It was a blast, though. I was like, it was not like, dude, it was like, I wasn't there long enough.
Yeah.
And it was a blast. So then we left, and, we went up to Boston, and then on the way back, we went the northern route, and we hit Niagara Falls and some other shit on the way back. But
yeah, a couple years ago, I took the family to New York finally. I felt like the kids were old enough for a ride that big. Me and my girl, we'd been together, stable enough to where I felt like, all right, I could bring you around New York because there was years I had to tell her like, all right, she has a problem with like quote unquote staring problems. And I noticed a lot of people out in Cincinnati have that issue where you feel like someone's looking at you and you get mad about it. And I told her, I'm like, listen, if you feel like someone's staring at you in New York, you better keep on fucking going, bro. This ain't Cincinnati.
Right.
If they're staring at you, they're targeting you. And I'm a New Yorker too, and my native New York might come out, and you might be a target to me too. Like, hey, we robbing this bitch? Let's get it. My kids will stomp too. Goddamn it! Hey, New York all the way.
I feel like I would do well in New York because I don't look people in the eye anyways. I don't ever want to talk to anybody.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, so I just avoid people so I don't have to talk to them.
Just have fun out there calling soda pop, because when I came out here, that's the one thing that kills me. Pop.
Pop. Yeah.
Pop.
What the fuck? That's a sound effect. That's a type of music.
No, it's funny because I'm like, I'm not like super like fucking like, I know like a lot of people like to get in arguments, but like the only reason I do is because my wife calls it soda.
Uh-huh.
And she was born here. Born and raised in Cincinnati, but she calls it soda, and we argue constantly about what it's fucking called. And the only reason I even care is because I argue with her about it. Like,
I mean, you have to.
I actually have found myself lately calling it soda, but just because she does.
Shit, I almost called it pop the other day trying to describe something to a customer, and I literally wanted to hang myself. I could not believe I almost said that. I'm like, they were talking to me. I'm like, what kind of pop? What kind of soda do you want? Asshole. Like, I was so fucking mad. How dare you almost bring that out of me?
Now I've almost like, I've like invented this thing in my head where like, okay, if I'm going to go get a 12-pack of Coke at the store, that's pop. But if I'm going to go somewhere that like has like, the fountains or whatever, that's soda. Like, I don't mean like McDonald's fountain, but I mean like somewhere that's got like, homemade.
On tap.
On tap, that's fucking soda.
Right.
But the shit you buy at the store, that's fucking pop. That's been like my new thing lately. So I'll call the pop, I'll buy this Kroger's pop, but then
I can dig it. I like the phrase soft drink, though no one says it. Like, I only think of like orange soda when it's soft drink, like the way it pours and kind of bubbles on like the fucking commercials. So if I ever say soft drink, my first thought is orange soda. So you guys call shit pop, I call shit soda, but then you got the orange shit. To me, that's just soft drink. Because it looks soft as a motherfucker.
It's funny. I mean, there really is a ton of names for it.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
really
like,
is.
Cause my wife will show up like, look, it says right here on the box, soda pop. I'm like, oh yeah, but it still says pop, bitch. Look, it says it right there.
Right. Apparently down south they call everything Coke, and then you have to specify what kind you mean.
I got the experience out, and I was
Sprite
like,
Coke or some shit like that.
Yeah, I've got like I got family in Texas.
Sprite Coke.
That's how they do it. Like the whole I have family in Texas, and I went down there. It was the first time I was like 15ish, I think. And yeah, everything's Coke. You walk into a store, and they're like, give me a Coke, and they'll kind of like Pepsi. It's like they call it Coke. They call everything Coke, but then they say what kind of Coke, and then they tell you.
I don't understand Atlanta because that's where Coke got started, wasn't it? Like,
I think so, yeah.
At least according to Futurama, that's where it got started.
Right.
No, it is. I've actually been to Atlanta too. I've been to the Coca-Cola Museum. It's fucking crazy as fuck there.
Shit, Atlanta was hot as fuck. See, I'm not a fan of the heat.
I'm
the opposite. I need to. I need like double air conditioners. I need fucking fans. It's ridiculous. I think in a past life I was a penguin.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like the extreme cold, I like to be cold enough to where I can be comfortable if I like have a blanket or not. That's my thing.
Right.
So I can.
Well, that's the thing. Like when I'm sleeping, I'm going to bed. It's got to be fucking frigid, dude. Like I like it cold because I like to be fucking cumbered up like blankets and comforters and shit. Like, but any other time I want just straight heat.
Oh shit.
All the time.
I get super excited over a cloudy and windy day, especially because, the nerd in me comes out like to where, like I have this long purple trench coat I wore for a Halloween costume. I was the Joker. And I told my girlfriend, I'm like, listen, if I buy this trench coat, this some bitch is $85. So if I buy this is going to be your future. You're going to be dating a black dude who's going to be fucking wearing a purple trench coat all the fucking time. And I fucking rock that shit all the time. I don't give a fuck. And then, like, it looks good on me. So, like, fuck yeah. And, like, people were hip, like, oh, is that the fucking Joker? Hell yeah. People are like, oh, is that for Prince? I'm like, nah, bruh. Get it right. And same with Purple Rain. But, and, like, when it's really windy out, my shit starts blowing all majestically like a fucking cape and shit. I fucking love it. I'll stand there, like, when I go to pick up my kids, I'll make sure I stand in a certain pose. The fucking wind is blowing like after school, and I'm just standing there looking like,
Yeah.
Stands at the end of the school driveway like.
Yeah. Right.
Just blowing.
Have my phone playing the fucking Superman theme from 1976 or some shit.
Well, if you ever make it in rap, then you just gotta like hire a guy with like that just stands next to you with a fan all the time.
Dude,
and it's just constantly blowing.
If I could, I would make capes fashionable again. I think they're dope as fuck. And I kind of feel like if you have the right, because I mean, that purple trench coat I have kind of goes with a lot of the shit I wear. It goes with black real well. It can go with like light colors.
What do you mean again? I mean, when was the last time we were fashionable? Like the 1800s?
Yeah, I guess it's time for a comeback. I mean, the hipster glasses can fucking have. I mean, I guess in the 70s people rocked them a little bit, but I'm talking about we need to fucking
like badass capes.
Yeah, some fucking badass. What is he concealing? Who cares? This shit looks amazing. You know, why the fuck not? You got grown ass men in skinny jeans and dudes fucking
rompers.
Rompers, yeah, really. I'm gonna wear a cape. If the first nigga I see in a romper, I'm wearing a cape. Yeah. I got 2 of them at my house just waiting.
Well, it's gotta start somewhere. I said we all just start fucking wearing capes.
Yeah, what they gonna do about it? Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
just wear capes all the time. It'll catch on.
Yeah.
The hipsters will pick it up, I'm sure.
Let's walk through over the Rhine or some shit.
Yeah,
there
wear
you
a cape through over the Rhine. Next day, everybody's got one.
Everybody.
Yeah. That's what we should do. We should all put capes on, walk through over the Rhine, hire a guy just for the day to blow fans on us while we're walking.
Right. Don't you threaten me with a good time. I'll be there.
I'll do it. I'm down.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I want the fucking Doctor Strange cape though. That's if I had a cape, that's what I want.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's a big.
I want the one that saves my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really cool.
I think I might go with like the minimalist half cape.
Right.
Yeah, those are kind of nice.
Shit, I need something thin that's just really flowy.
Yeah,
but I need to like cover, like it needs to go down to my ankles almost. You know, like I can't stand those little short ass
like little half
capes. Like,
yeah,
that's you like. Yeah, not me. I need a big. I need a big one. Goddamn it. What is he overcompensating for? My terrible credit. That's what it's for. Goddamn it.
Right.
That's funny.
The fucking Night's Watch. They have the right idea.
Yeah,
from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, this is a big ass fucking.
I bought myself one of those for like it was like a fucking Party City version. It wasn't like a legit.
Yeah.
Right.
When I bought myself one, I was thinking about like maybe walking outside wearing it, but because I felt like it wasn't. It was a fucking Halloween plasticky material.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
At least my trench coat looks like an actual. Like I have to take it to the dry cleaner and shit. It looks like a real trench coat. You know.
Yeah, you can't rock the plastic one for real.
Nah, if I'm gonna do that shit, I have to do it. Right.
I'm slowly gathering supplies to dress up as a Viking for the next Renaissance Festival.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna go every day.
Dude, I haven't been to the Renaissance Festival since a kid.
Oh,
and for like the past 5 years, I keep promising Chrissy because she's never been.
Yeah.
And she wants to go. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take you. And then it never happens. It seems like there's always a billion things going on the weekend of the Renaissance Festival. There's like always mad shit going on.
I never know about it till it's too late. And I've always worked in the restaurant industry, so like the weekends are my moneymaker. So I can't just be like, oh, what am I gonna do? Make $200 or go and be a fucking nerd? I think I'm gonna make $200 because life is real, and I think I'm gonna try and go this year. Now that I have a management position, maybe I can. Once I can find out when the fuck it is.
Yeah. Right.
Drag my poor girlfriend into that. She's not really. See, I fucked up. See, I have a really, really big thing for girls who cosplay. And when I get into arguments with my girlfriend, I'll say just random shit that comes to my mind. And one day, somehow in an argument, I said something about, yeah, I'm going to go fucking find me a cosplay girl then. And I also put cosplay girl in like 4 or 5 of my different rap songs. I think she fucking gets the idea. I just want her to fucking, maybe dress up for me one time, throw in a goddamn, leather jacket, says Mad Max. I'll be happy. Whatever. But... So I kind of feel like I can't go to a Renaissance fair by myself because, and I told her, I'm like, if you're going to come with me, my eyes are going to wander. You can't be mad at me if there's chicks walking around with corsets all over the place, titties all over, legs all over. I'm a straight American male. Yeah. You knew what it was. I'm a rapper. I was a rapper when you got with me.
But the whole point is to get her to dress up in cosplay.
Yeah. But my eyes are going to wander.
So I can't do that. Like, I have a thing for black girls, and my wife's white. I tell her, like, I'm going to fuck a black girl one day. With or without. But I can't. She can't turn black for me, though.
She couldn't have very controversial.
Right, I was throw on some blackface.
Just don't take a picture of it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mammy.
I'll come home one day like, look what I did for you, honey. Oh, God, no.
Yeah, take it off.
It won't come off. Oh, you fucked up.
I went to your sponsor. I had him do it permanent. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no. Dude, cosplay's cool. Like, I'm not like, I don't have like a fucking crazy fetish for it, but I mean, I've seen some fucking shit out there. I'm just like, oh, fuck. Yes, dude.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just, hot bodies and skimpy shit. At the end of the day, it could be fucking cosplay. It can be.
It really is.
whatever. I'm
Yeah,
gonna show.
right.
I just like hot.
Yeah.
I just like hot, attractive girls. And
Girls that
Just go there,
racist and
what
shit.
movie's that from? I made it up. Oh, great.
But what I don't like when these chicks do the female versions of male characters. Like, oh, look at me, I'm a sexy Darth Vader. Bitch, don't play around.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah.
There's female characters you can be, and this motherfucker is a male. Just let it be. I understand that nowadays there's 642 genders, and we have to be okay with every single one of them. But that nigga Darth Vader was just a big-ass dude.
Right.
So if you walk around with a little plastic-ass mask and a fucking tube top on and a fucking Toys R Us lightsaber, I'm like, bitch, get out of here. You're just a whore in a mask.
At Horror Hound, there were like a ton of girl Negans.
Yeah, it's like
dude, come on, man.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Look.
I don't know, though. Who doesn't want to be fucking Negan? I could see that one. I mean, even girls be like, that dude's badass.
I mean, I guess he is a rare exception. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I've seen women pull off. Like I've seen girls do really good costumes if they stick to what it's supposed to be. Like for instance, someone dressed up as Jack Sparrow and does the whole fucking thing, not try to be the sexy version.
Right.
You know, I can respect that, but you know, like when I see, you know, I mean, the way those characters are fucking drawn up, they're supposed to be revealing. So when you just see it in real life, especially when it's those nerdy girls who don't look like they're gonna do it, and then they fucking show up and all of a sudden like, whoa, you had all that under there?
Yeah.
All right then. What that mouth do?
Yeah, dude. That's funny. I was Captain Jack once for Halloween. I pulled it off pretty well.
Nice.
I was always a zombie. Everything. Every year I was a zombie. Like
you can't go wrong with a zombie.
Right, yeah. Like
When I first...
one year we dressed up like Marilyn Manson band members.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That's funny.
But then right back to zombie.
1 year, when it was actually the first year that I grew out my beard, which my beard started in May, so then however long my beard was when I made it to October.
Right.
I mean, it was pretty decently long. It wasn't super. It was probably the length of Chuck's now. I did a zombie gnome. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I looked like David the gnome from, like, the cartoon. Like, I modeled it after him, like, the same colors he wears and everything.
Right.
But then I, had, I was, killed myself. Basically, I had a big fucking... had to make Michelle, because she does, good, like, effects makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's big fucking shit, and I was dead, and I was like, so I was a zombie gnome. It was kind of cool.
Nice.
Like, I dyed my, I sprayed my beard completely white, but then I put, blood all in it. Dude, it was awesome as shit.
Sounds dope.
It was awesome as shit. That year I did, 3 different costumes. Because I had, 3 different parties to go to, and I didn't want... I was so proud of my first one, I didn't want the pictures to show up on Facebook and then spoil it for the next party, so I just changed my costume, every time. By the final one, I was tired of dealing with makeup, so I was, I was the zombie gnome. I think I was a regular gnome, and then I did the zombie gnome. And then the last one, I was a bum. I remember, I put cigarette butts and twigs and shit in my beard and just made myself look dirty. And then I had a sign that said, "Zombie gnomes ate my family. I need money and food and shotguns and blah, blah, blah." But, I haven't really done anything cool since then, honestly.
That could be a good movie, man. Zombie gnomes.
There you go.
I feel like there might have already been in a movie. There was a big zombie craze, before the whole superhero thing started. It was just every movie was zombie something.
Yeah, I loved it.
A few years ago, I was Deadpool, but I had a custom white and black costume made.
Yeah.
It was my only time ever going that far to ordering a costume online because, I didn't do the measurements for myself. I'm just like, XL, let's see what happens.
Right.
And it was cool because, I collect swords. Only a few of them are actually, sharp, but, there's a lot of time when I was, my teenage years, I'd just go to, random stores in the mall and be like, hey, I can just buy these for $60? What the fuck? Couldn't do that in New York. I'm pretty sure I could, but I was too young back then, so... Now I have 15 swords now. Yeah. But I had these Deadpool ones, so I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna do this costume. And I ended up winning this contest. It was a yearly party I always went to, but I always showed up late because A, CPT, real thing, and B, it was always on a Saturday night, so I always went after work. But this year, because I actually went all out for the costume, I went to my homie Andy Mackey's place, and we just did this party, and I showed up in this white and black Deadpool costume and just fucking... I went all out. I mean, I had the fucking... everything. I was fully Deadpooled out.
That's cool as shit, though.
And it was cool, and the fucking costume got destroyed because fucking... Last summer, or maybe it was 2 summers ago by now. It was last summer. Norwood got hit with this huge-ass flood.
Yeah,
That's where
I remember that.
Yeah. And I had that shit in my basement, as well as most of my comic collection. and that was the only part of the house that got flooded. Was right where my shit was at.
Oh, that
And
sucks, man.
because I was working, I just started as a manager at Dick's Last Resort, and so my schedule was really hectic. And by the time I got off work, I just wanted to fucking go back and smoke or just chill or whatever. I didn't realize how fast mold grew on shit. So my couple bags of clothes that was downstairs, I was just like, well, I'm not going to spend the money to get this fixed. I'm just going to take these bags and throw them away. Fuck it. And then when we moved, I'm looking through my shit, I'm just like, oh, shit. One of those bags had my Deadpool costume.
Oh,
that
yeah.
sucks.
But, it's probably already damaged by mold, and I just really don't have the extra funds to just be fucking fixing that shit. It's one of those things like, well, what's done is done. I had a good run with it. I also lost my, I had a black suit Spider-Man costume I got.
Yeah.
From the third Spider-Man movie, one with all the fucking web design on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I got it because when I worked at Dick's Last Resort before I was a manager, we had dress-up days, like the third Saturday of every month. And one of the first ones we did was a superhero dress-up day, which I'm just like, fuck, this is my calling.
Yeah, right.
So I wore this fucking skin-tight Spider-Man costume, and the whole shift, I'm just fucking running through the restaurant doing one-handed cartwheels and jumping on tables and jumping in and out of the fucking window. And kids were enamored. They thought it was the real fucking Spider-Man that just happened to have a little fat stomach because fuck them. I was taking pictures with kids and shit, and it was a dope-ass day, but that fucking costume got ruined as well. But, it is what it
sucks,
is.
Man.
It was a good memory. I'm sure my Facebook memories will pop up, and it'll tell me about it again. I'll just share it, because that's all
Probably
Facebook
made some
is.
little kid's day.
Yeah, I didn't fuck with this one little kid. I took the mask off. I'm like, Spider-Man's a black guy. Go tell your mom. Because he was like, Spider-Man, you got fat. And I'm like, well, your mama feeds me good, you little bastard. We got dicks. We could talk to anybody however the fuck we want.
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
Oh, it was fucking beautiful. I got stories for days about that fucking place. Shame that bitch closed down.
Yeah, I saw that on the news not too long ago.
Whoa, what closed down?
Dick's Last Resort down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Just came out of nowhere, dude. It was like, they closed the night after Arnie's closed, and we were all across the street getting drunk at Arnie's. I went back to my homie bartender's house, and I crashed on his couch because I was fucking hammered. And then I called my boss the next day, like, yo, I'm going to have to come in at 1 or something because I'm fucking wasted. And he's like, yeah, about that. We're closed. And I'm like, are you just fucking with me? Or are we like closed, like we all fired type shit? And he's like, we're all like, it was good working with you, but we all have no job right now. And I'm like, oh. Well, I guess I'm going to sleep this hangover off then. It's kind of
right.
I'll deal with this when I'm sober up. Fuck this shit.
I'll get upset and mad and sad when I wake up, but for now,
Yeah, fuck it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I loved Arnie's.
Arnie's was great.
I don't like to dance, and I
Right.
don't like dance music, but I always enjoyed Arnie's for some reason. Because I almost like, we would always go with a group of people, and the night always just ended up very sexual for some reason. I think they like put shit in the air there.
Yeah, Arnie's
Weird.
does have a way. People slutted out at Arnie's, man. I mean, I wonder what it's like to be that kind of bartender to see so many random hookups happen because of you. Like, I've seen a few happen at Dick's, a few walk of shame. See somebody from Saturday night show up when you open up on Sunday morning. Like, I know what you did, you whore. But Arnie's was dope as fuck. We used to, back in the first year when Dick's was open, we used to go to do karaoke over there. And it was live as fuck because we showed up like 25 people thick. And I remember the first time I did karaoke there, they didn't know I was a rapper. I'm not the kind of person who likes to walk around the jobs announcing that shit, because I kind of feel like that's almost expected of me. Mm-hmm. Granted, I come from a musical background, but, they always expect someone to be a rapper, you know what I mean? So I did Big Papa by Biggie Smalls, and I didn't need the fucking screen, so, like, I perform like how I perform when I'm doing my own shows, which is, like, jumping off stage, standing on tables, going to the bar, like, fucking turning the fuck up. These motherfuckers went from like standing at the bar, like nodding their head, all of a sudden they're like all in front recording with their camera. The fucking little hot ass bartender recording me. I'm pretty sure on Snapchat, because that's what all the fucking kids are doing. And I'm just doing my thing. And I'm just like, and then like right then they were all my whole coworkers like, holy shit, yo, you're more than just that dude who's a father. You can spit, bruh. And it was and like we went there so many times, and then we there was about a good year we stopped going because one of the bouncers had beat the fuck out of one of our hosts, all because it was like he was like just a bypasser and someone getting thrown out. The host, he reached down to get homie's glasses, and the bouncer turned around and just fucking decked him. And this is someone who is like as big as you, knocking out someone who is smaller than him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Smaller than me?
yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, well, it happened to him. And it broke his eye socket, so we kind of boycotted them, and like it kind of shut the whole karaoke shit down because we were spending.
Is that me? Yeah,
That's you. That's you.
Thinking about dicks, you know, we were all fucking alcoholics and stoners, you know what I mean? So like, we were in that bitch spending so much money. It was stupid.
Yeah.
I couldn't justify to my girlfriend how I made $200 on a shift and came back home with $22.50.
Right.
Talking about it was a good time, bro. I'm sorry I couldn't get you because you only had an hour and a half to turn up, but fuck.
Our buddy Phil knows. I like this guy. He cusses like me. I'm not sure what that means, but whatever.
You know, they say intelligent people cuss a lot, and that's just my vernacular, man. Fuck it.
No, actually, I got into a, not a debate necessarily, but like, a friend of mine posted on Facebook earlier this week. It was actually like, well, it's actually like, it's my daughter's really good friend, and it's her father, but me and him were kind of cool. And, but he always posts like, you know, questions, like, you know, kind of maybe somewhat controversial questions, but like, this week's was basically like, how do you feel about teenagers cursing? And considering I have a 15-year-old, you know, and I curse a lot, you know, and before I had kids, I was always like, they're fucking words, you know,
Right.
who made that shit bad, who determined what's taboo, and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then I had kids, and they started getting a little older, and I was like, me and my wife were like, watch your mouth, watch what movies on, watch what this shit, you know, we can't let them hear all these bad words, you know, like. And then I kind of almost started feeling like a hypocrite. I was just like, man, like, you know, it's inevitable. They're going to cuss. Like, everybody's going to cuss. You know, like, it's just kind of an inevitable kind of thing. So then I kind of started to allow it more, you know, and then because I was like, it's kind of the whole same with the gun thing. You know, if you have guns, you want your kids to take them to the shooting range so it's not like a mystery, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, we'll allow cussing a little bit more so it's not like such a wonderment, like mysterious form of language.
Right.
And, so that's basically what I wrote, you know, the first part of it. I was just like, you know, in the beginning I felt, you know, I was kind of like, don't let them hear it, you know, and then I felt hypocritical about it, and I was like, you know, so I kind of changed my stance on it, and then I was like, and now my 15-year-old, she'll drop some, she's been testing me recently, but she's been dropping some words on me lately, and I don't say anything, man, I let it go, and, so, because I commented, I start seeing these other comments come in. And the funny thing is, in this whole thing, because there's a ton of comments, nobody's replying to anybody, or actually even being disrespectful whatsoever, or like, you know, rebuttaling anybody. People are just posting their opinions, and that's it. There was no debate. It was kind of weird. I was kind of
That
like...
shit happens on Facebook?
I was kind of weirded out by that. I was like, wow, nobody's actually debating. They're just posting their opinions, and nobody's arguing them with them.
Right.
So, but... I saw some comments I didn't like, and quite a few comments of, you know, people going, oh, that's a low class thing, you know, low class speak that way, and then there was a couple, like, you know, that had to do with intelligence, and, you know, people speak that way because they have low intelligence and they can't find the words that you know, that they should be using, and that's why they cuss and this and that, and I'm a writer. Like,
right.
I take pride in my fucking vocabulary.
Right.
And I like to know a lot of words. And the funny thing is, because, I mean, a couple people even brought up rappers. And I'm thinking, like, dude, most rappers I know, they also take pride in their words. Because, I mean, to rhyme like that, like, you have to know a lot of words. Like, you have to know a lot of words. And so I'm actually going to read you what I wrote here. And it was... I didn't reply it to anybody. I just added another comment in, and it was kind of a dickish, a lightweight dickish move. But I said, here's my comment. As a formidable writer, I take great solace in the erudition of words that our prodigious language has to grant. But in times of lackadaisical candor and with unrestrained affliction of my perception to others, I sometimes choose to just say, fuck it all. And that was my comment. But it was just like, you know, fuck you. It's not an intelligence thing. It's not a class thing. It's fucking...
Right?
It's words. Shut the fuck up.
Right, for real. You know, I've been told before that my rap songs might have too much cursing in it. And I'm just like, first off, fuck you. They're rap songs.
Right.
And, like, this is how I talk. You know, I'm not going to, like, my main thing with rapping is being real, and I'm not going to be real if I'm like not cursing. And my kids, they hear me curse all the time, and there's a part of me that doesn't want to curse in front of them, but it just fucking comes out. And that's just natural. And I tell them, I'm like, these are bill payer words. When you start paying bills, you can be allowed to say this. Because my son, like my girlfriend's white, and so our kids are mixed. I remember, I was just going on some tangent and saying nigga and shit like that, and my girlfriend was like, "You can't say that around the kids. They're gonna pick it up." I'm like, "Bro, they're half fucking black. They're like literally halfway allowed to say that word, so they're cool." And I went to my son. so I went to my son. I was like, "Listen, you're allowed to say the word nigga." And he's like, "Really, Daddy?" Nigga. And I'm like, and stop. Now you're done.
There's like a weird rule he could just say nig. You can't say, you can't finish it. No.
You can't say the whole word.
You're only half. Because we mess with Uber a lot because Uber's mixed. And so we constantly are messing with him. But, because like, well, no, you can't do that fully, dude.
Yeah,
like,
you're only half able to do that shit. But fuck, I mean, I'm like, they're with a dad who's a rapper who happens to every now and then play video games online. Our language is colorful as fuck. If that's the worst thing they're doing is just going around schools saying bullshit, I just tell them, like, don't curse out your teachers. Don't get caught saying it because they're going to look at me like I'm a bad parent. And I'll be like, fuck you. I can say what the hell I want. It's not like I'm telling them to walk around saying abortion and rape retarded kids. You know what I mean? Like, it's not no bullshit like that. It's just,
And that my first original comment, that's kind of what I went on to say. It was like, I realized the reason I was so protective was not over my own values on whether I wanted them to cuss or not. It was my fear on how other people would look at me if, I'm somewhere and my kids are like, look at this fucking bitch. And I'm like, and I was just like, oh shit. And I was like, but then I got to the point I was like, what, man, fuck other people, man. And fuck what other people think and what they know. And, because, like, as a parent, I should just be able to teach them respect and, like, when's the right time. And, there's a time and place for everything, basically. And, like, how to use it respectfully and, like, try not to use it hurtfully. I mean, there's times you're going to be angry and do it hurtfully. But, like, trying to be like, well, go to some girl, like, some stranger, like, you're a fucking bitch. Like, like, there's a time and a place, like. But, it's like, that's my job as a parent, they're gonna cuss inevitably, so as long as I teach them how to use it correctly or how to use it not hurtfully, and I don't cuss. Like, when I meet somebody new, I let them cuss first. Like, I do that out of respect. Like, I will wait until I hear that first cuss from the other person, and I'm like, motherfucker, this is not
we're good.
And then, but yeah, I don't. But I had no problems with my kids in the beginning. Like, when we were like that, it was second nature for me not to cuss around my kids. And then I started allowing it, like, little bit by little bit. And then the beard club started. And then it all went to shit. Yeah, because, I got a beard club of, like, 50. What is it? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, it's like 15 guys. Yeah. And none of them watched their mouths. And it was just like, so I was just like, I wasn't trying to be that dad when the beard club started, but like, watch your mouth, guys. So I just started it. I just let it happen, and then my kids would be looking at me like, Daddy. And I was just like, just ignore it.
Yeah, you just can't, it is what it is. I always figure that there's going to be the day where I'm going to have like a fucking chart and teach the kids the right way to say to words. Like, think of it, kids, like combinations. You can't just throw shit anywhere you like. Got to make it just flow right. I always hate it whenever I hear rappers and it kind of, what's the word, accentuate the curse words, like Ludacris. He'll be like, blah, 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 fuck. Like, make sure he says it really hard. And I don't give a shit. Like, okay, are you like, is your mom not listening? You want to get it out real hard? Like, just, whenever people hear my music, like, oh my God, you curse a lot. Like, is that the only fucking thing you're getting from it? Have you never heard me speak in real life? Granted, I'm not going to curse around my mom. That's how, I was just raised not to. She just really didn't do it. The only time we ever heard her curse, if it was like moments of anger. It was really weird when she came to my rap show, because I was like, listen, Mom, I'm going to be just doing my thing, so I don't need you to be like throwing Bible scriptures at me while I'm sitting on stage trying to do my, shit's going to get raw. And then we decided to take the sex songs off the set, 'cause I'm like, I'm not doing this in front of her. Not until I'm going back home to like millions of dollars so I can justify it. I'm not going to sit here and talk about, ooh, girl, sit on my face like a recliner with my fucking mom just like watching me like, no, I can't do that shit,
So do you still do shows?
Yeah, it's been a little while since I did one, but now I'm actually getting back into the circuit. I'm starting to work out so I can fucking get my endurance back. So it's been a little while. I went through a fucking tough time. My computer crashed, and I lost all my fucking music. Everything.
Oh, damn,
About
dude.
6 albums worth of shit.
Oh shit.
Of like actual albums, and then many songs that were unreleased or beats that were still being in production. Like everything fucking gone. Not to mention so much animation shit I worked on. So many character designs for the comic book I'm working on. Shit for my story. Like, and it was about, and and you know how it is when you have kids and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Your money really comes from tax returns. Let's be real.
Yeah, right.
I'll be government balling that
Hood
one
rich.
time a year. Hood rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like throughout the rest of the year, I just couldn't afford to get a new computer or get that computer fixed. So when that time came around, I went to Micro Center, tried to get my computer fixed. The hard drive was damaged to the point where I would have to send it somewhere to have like professionals look at it, and they were talking about like that's $800. I'm like, well, I don't just have 800. Like I had $800 to throw around. I'm like, fuck it. I'd rather get a new machine, start building up my fucking animation studio as well, get the shit I need so that way I can, figure out what I'm gonna do with that. So it's been a long time since I got back into the shows, just because like that whole year of just trying to access the computer and not knowing what's wrong and trying to hit up all my computer homies and when the nerds of Facebook don't know what's going on, and I'm like, fuck, shit, something's not right.
No, I feel you there, man.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna get back into the circuit. I'm gonna do another push. I'm fucking 31 right now, and I'm kind of feeling like I got maybe like one more shot to try and do it. After that, I need to start focusing on grown shit, because I can't just fucking keep on chasing a dream forever. I've done shows in front of packed buildings. I've done shows where there's been 3 people in the fucking audience. It was just other rappers, like
Morgan Freeman was in his 40s when he got his first gig.
yeah, true words. which is cool because like I'm still an animator, and I still like there's a video I put on YouTube where I showcase like 25 seconds of my other skills.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the funny thing about rapping is that like I said before, I came from a musical background. Rapping has always been my thing, but I remember I had an idea to make a video game or something. And I read in a magazine that somebody asked the question, if you send your idea off to Capcom or Squaresoft or somebody, what's the chances of you getting your shit made up?
Well, what we've realized is if it was in the 80s, they'd make it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because he got the Raspberry, and we're like trying just all these games they never heard of, and we're like, was there ever a bad idea in the 80s? Like, they just tried everything.
They just threw everything, and it all stuck. The drugs were fantastic in the 80s.
Nice.
I always figured if I can become a rapper, I can bankroll either my animation or game design idea, send it off to these companies, and they wouldn't try and steal my shit. Because if you were a nobody, they would just steal your shit, change a few fucking things, and all of a sudden it's Final Fantasy 86. And they're like, wait a minute. You sons of bitches, you just changed, And with my mom being in the business, I'm like, I kind of felt like that's just my thing. And I've always been a decent rapper, a really good rapper, I'd like to say, but, sometimes decent. It is what it is. Way better than the bullshit that's fucking popular now, that's for sure. Fucking, I don't know how the fuck these guys got music deals.
Dude.
Yeah. Talk about the mumble rap?
Yeah.
Garbage.
Oh, that shit was hot. No, it wasn't. You guys are all drinking that fucking lean, and the youth of today. Feel sorry for what the fuck my kids are gonna listen to.
Fucking garbage.
Like a
Garbage.
That's something Hobson put out.
Oh, I love, dude.
Yeah, Hobson's dope.
Hobson. We should introduce him to Jack Norman. So I was thinking this whole time.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
who Jack Norman is?
Name sounds familiar.
He runs a page called The Game Hive.
Mhm.
He's a gamer, and he's in the middle of kind of like trying to get his first game out, like doing it himself, just putting a little piece by piece. And,
Right.
But huge gamer. He's huge in the game world.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's not a huge name in the game world, but he's,
Like, is he? We
He's
didn't talk about
huge.
that at all.
he's big in the he's big into the game world.
Oh, yeah. I'm down to meet him. Fuck it.
Yeah, he's I think he'll put little bits and pieces of his characters and kind of who he's building, what he's doing.
The cool thing about art, like with the rap game, it's always fucking changing. People, their tastes are always changing. I remember when I sent off my, I met this dude from Atlantic Records called LaRon Harris, and I sent him the Death Dealers album, and the first thing he was like, all right, well, with a name like Death Dealers, I expect something shit that's darker, something more aggressive. So we sent him another album that was a bit more aggressive. And this motherfucker said, oh man, this shit's too raw. I can't really see you on stage with like Jeezy and fucking Chris Brown. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be on stage with Jeezy and Chris Brown. I'm trying to be on my own fucking stage, doing my Death Dealer shit and fucking having a good time. And like the fucking thing was like, even though the name was intense, because me and my homie Tony made up that name back when we were like, I don't know, seniors in high school. So, you know, we were a lot of teenage angst, a lot of, you know, raw and shit, you know. And just throughout the years, we just did so many fucking songs that we were just like, well, fuck, man, we really can't change the name now. We got all these websites, we got all this shit, we got so many albums. And so when LaRon Harris told us that it wasn't good enough or whatever, we switched up our style and just started doing whatever the fuck we wanted. It really made our best music.
Yeah.
However,
cool.
it just got kind of frustrating. It was just frustrating just financially. You know, like me, I was kind of bankrolling the whole thing, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm gonna try and go the 50 Cent route and like try and do something solo, which is the Drew the Legend shit I'm working on now. Trying to do something solo to try and get my name out there that way. Because like I tell you, man, when people first hear the Death Dealers, they think like a heavy metal group, and I dig it. You know, that's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You wanted a name that would stick. You know, like once you saw us perform or once you heard us, you know, there wasn't anybody else in the city who sounded like us, and that was cool. And there was nobody else in the city who performed like us. But if you weren't happened to be at a fucking random open mic or at a showcase ran by whoever, you didn't know who we were. So if you were just a random person on the street seeing a fucking flyer and it's like hip hop show, blah, 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 Death Dealers, you're not going to fucking stay for that. Because you're going to be like, what do you do? Some screamo metal shit? Like, no, we're real rappers. We're angry as, you know, seniors. Like, you know, just fucking give us a chance. So the Death...
Kind of like body count. You would never know if you just saw that name somewhere. You would never know.
There's a lot of people who dug us, you know, like a lot of people really liked us, but then babies started happening. And then shit started getting real and we had to slow down, you know.
No, I feel you. And like even with like, you know, I still have this feeling in me that I'm gonna like make it into something somewhere. So that's why I'm constantly like, let's do a podcast. Let's start a company. Let's do t-shirts. Like I'm like constantly like, let's do shit. Like,
something gotta
something's gonna happen. One of these days, I'm going to get lucky enough, and like something's going to be happening at the right time, at the right moment, and it's just all going to work. Like,
I mean, some asshole made fidget spinners.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Shit.
I used to say when I was a kid, like, some dude got rich off the topsy-turvy ponytail in and out thing.
Yeah.
Like, some dude made billions of dollars off a fucking little piece of plastic. Like,
I'm trying to get my kids hip to maybe the YouTube game where you got those other kids wearing the fucking superhero masks doing stupid shit that I have no reason why they have 24 million views.
My middle kid, it was just funny because sidetracked I do because I was like, I'm not going to go off on that tangent. Anyways, my middle daughter, she watches all the YouTube families and like the kids opening toys and all that crazy shit. And there'll be times where she'll be like, Daddy, I'm bored. And I'm like, so write a fucking skit, man. Like, write a little thing and film it and we'll put it on YouTube. Like, you know? And she's like, I don't want to do that shit. And I'm like, why? It's all you watch. It's like all you watch. Like, literally, you don't watch Netflix. You don't watch movies. You watch these Facebook families and these kids doing little skits and opening toys. I was like, so do it. I was like, you seem to enjoy it, so just fucking do it.
And these parents are getting so loaded off it because like these kids are just watching it. Like my kids, they just fucking watch the same videos over and over. I'm just watching like, you little motherfuckers again. These little assholes, rich, get me rich.
Right.
You little,
that's why I started. I've been kind of pushing it. I was like, you know,
nigglets, get me rich.
Do it, man. Like I keep telling you, like, I'm bored. I'm like, so fucking right.
And my kids got so many fucking toys because see, they got lucky with me as a dad. I feel like because they got the dad who was working in 2 different bars at the same time, Bar Louie and Dick's. And a fucking bloody stoner who's a nerd who likes to collect things.
Yeah, right.
So I'm the kind of person they're like, Daddy, I really like the Green Ranger. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna get you all the Power Rangers, so that way you don't ask me for the other ones later, and I got the money for it right now. So like when we moved into our current house, more than half of the shit to move was their fucking toys. We even gave like a box away to charity, you know. And like my son, he called me out the other day because like I used to have the threat like, you know, you keep fucking around, I'm taking all your toys away and putting them in the basement, you little bastards. And my son was like, are you really, Dad? That's a lot of toys. I'm like, I'm not going to do that shit. There's no way I'm going to do that shit. Right. The worst I ever did was made him move his toys from one room to the other room, but I'm just like, well, I made you move them.
You are a cool dad. Or I'm a dick, one of the two. My kids want something new, I'm like, here's a paper towel roll.
Oh, man.
Play with this.
I mean, it's cool when you was like working in bars. Like, there's a time, about a good year or two period, year and a half, where I was working 7 days a week at, you know, bartending and serving at Dick's, which was hella fucking popular. I was making stupid money every night. Then going to Bar Louie and making a shit ton of money there because I'd been there for so long. And so I was walking out $150, $200 a day.
I love Bar Louie, though.
Yeah, it's good times.
The food's amazing. I love Bar Louie.
I got nothing bad to say about them. Fuck, Dollar Burger Night's always good. I wouldn't go back only because I got used to not working till 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, I'm
You know, that shit, I've realized that it took up so much of my life. I kind of feel like my music stagnated because I just got stuck working like weekends, till 3 in the morning. And, whenever people were doing these big shows or whenever I hear about, hey, come try and get on this show on a fucking Friday night, well, I find out it's too late. I'm the head server. I can't just fucking, I'm not coming in this Friday. That's just against my work ethic,
Yeah.
So, and a lot of times it was like, do I want to do a show and make, a potential 300 new fans, or do I want to go and make $300-$400 between this night or this on this double,
right,
and get my bills taken care of? And I kind of feel like a lot of cats in the rap game don't understand that because a lot of them just knock up women and just keep on going. Mm-hmm. And me, I didn't do that because my mom, she gave up her music deal and her going around the world for us, and she gave up fucking New York City to move us to goddamn fucking Cincinnati, Ohio. Great job, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks a lot. And, but she did that as a sacrifice. I'm like, well, shit, I can sacrifice this just to try and get them, like, in a good spot, which I'm glad I did. Like, a lot of cats are sitting there fucking having to deal with child support and never seeing their kids and having a bitchy baby mom and blah, 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 blah. And, yeah, my baby mom, she'll get on my nerves every now and then, but we've been together for going on 9 years this summer. Both kids are from her. So, I mean, like, it sucks I'm not doing the big shows.
Dude, just wait till you get closer to 20. They really get on your nerves.
Man, they really know how to fight. So I start punching them.
I've been with mine for 18 years now. We've been married 16. Oh, they really get on your nerves.
Oh, man, that's a long time.
It just gets worse.
Yeah.
Because you run out of shit to talk about. You just argue a lot.
Yeah. Thank God for Netflix and shit now.
Yeah.
I guess when you guys were hitting 10 years, all you guys had was reruns and late night news.
That's Gary Hill posted a thing today, and if the funny thing is, like, he shared this thing, and I'm reading it. It was a picture of him and his girl, and I'm reading it, and I was just like, man, this is really nice, and, like, I didn't know he could write this well, and it was, like, talking about just how much he loves his girl, and I guess at the end, it was like, if you love your girl this much, share this, and then post a picture of her, and I was like, oh, he didn't write that, motherfucker. But anyways, right in the middle of it, it was like, when you've been with someone so long, that Netflix and chill literally means Netflix and you're probably going to fall asleep. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much true. Like, Netflix and chill for us literally is, like, we watch Netflix, we're probably going to fall asleep in the middle of this movie, and that's going to be the end of it. But
once my girlfriend gets the blanket or the pillow, I'm just like, well, looks like I'm watching whatever I want to watch. Lately, I've been watching a lot of Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah.
We have our own comforters. That's where we're to now.
Nice.
We sleep in the same bed. We have our own comforters because we got tired of each other stealing each other's comforters. So we'll, like, watch a movie and cuddle under the same comforter. But then when it's time to go to bed, it's like, all right, here's yours, here's mine.
That's what I'm going to have to do. A lot of times it's a fight. I'm like, how the fuck is your little ass taking it from me?
Right.
And then whenever the kids decide to have a fucking nightmare and climb in the bed too, I'm just like, God damn it, there isn't enough pillow. The pillow to fan to blanket ratio is all off. You guys are fucking my whole feng shui off, man. God damn it. I don't just fucking crawl in your bed and watch fucking SpongeBob when I'm having a bad dream, you little assholes. I should fuck with them one night, like get really drunk and just fucking go into their room.
Yeah.
Just like take over their shit and be like, oh, I was having a bad dream. How's that feel?
I tell them I'm going to do that shit all the time, but I don't ever do it. Like, they'll be fucking me up like, how would you feel if I did this to you? You're sleeping and I just come in and fucking just wake you up. I'm like, I want to go to my friends tomorrow. like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Dude, kids are feeling that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
That was a question I wanted to ask you now, I forget. Mind. I just was literally about to ask it and then just all went to shit. Anyways. So that's what I want to ask you. Who does your beats? Like, do you do them, or do you have somebody you work with, or?
I typically work with Young Li.
Mm-hmm.
His name is CJ Hooten. He does most of my beats. Me and my homie Tony we used to make majority of our own beats. But the problem is you become too much of a perfectionist, so you keep on tweaking shit. And I'm like, man, I'm sick of fucking trying to figure out how to get this shit to hit and try to get our vocals to match what we record and blah, blah, like, fuck this shit. Let's just start buying them.
The struggle of any artist, really.
Yeah. So Young Li does almost all my beats. A lot of times You know, like recently I've been finding people who's like, you know, who haven't I collaborated with, like F Drop. And I hit him up and he sent me 3 beats. I'm supposed to write to one, but I wrote to all 3.
Yeah.
You know, or like sometimes there's been a couple times I've hit up Twitter. I was like, yo, I need a reggae beat. Who got one?
Yeah.
Like sometime, like one time, some dude sent me one. It was cool. I got another one I got to buy. I was like, yo, I want a hip hop version of Carol of the Bells, and some dude did it. It sounded dope as fuck.
Yeah.
But I just at the time, like, I just really didn't have the money when it popped up, you know. But like,
Ah,
yeah, Li, he really knows the sound I look for, you know.
that's cool.
But for I could rap over anything. It's pretty cool, you know, when you can really, because like I've played music, because I understand music and timing, you know, I can really just listen to anything. Shit, there was one time I freestyled over someone playing Sweet Home Alabama on a guitar at a party. You know, it's like,
Oh, yeah?
once you can hear the music and hear the downbeat, you know, it is what it is. And I just love all music except for country. I really don't fuck with country that much. But yeah, that's my shit.
Keep going. I'll be there.
Yeah. Fuck, I forgot what the hell we was talking about. Oh yeah, but yeah, Li, he does most of my beats though.
Oh, okay.
And his shit's real good. You know, I actually he just started opened up a studio called Prodigious Recordings out in the North Side area.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go record out there with him pretty soon. I typically record over at Auto Labs. He's down in Covington now. That dude, he's a real deal. Colorado. Like, I remember the first time I went to his booth, I was just overwhelmed because I was used to like going to fucking, you know, people's fucking closets or a basement or something like that, you know.
Right.
So actually seeing like an actual recording studio with, you know, all the real shit, I was just like overwhelmed. And but yeah, he does amazing work. There's been a lot of other producers I've worked with over the years and engineers. And I really want to get back into it. It just really sucks, man, when you decide to spend your money on real shit.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and sometimes you got to, you know, like, and a lot of them understand, you know, a lot of these dudes are out there with trap money and shit like that, and they can just have an extra $2,000 to drop on an album. Like,
Right.
fuck, dude. If I have $2,000, I'm trying to cash these bills up first, and then I'll holler at you about a fucking album for real.
Yeah, it's like the same as I was saying earlier. Like, government makes me feed my kids. I have to feed my kids.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
So can you freestyle to nothing? To no music?
I can.
So do you want to?
Sure.
Or
Sure, why not? Sure, why not? All right.
Or are we too far feeling good at this point in time?
No, I'll try and spit a little something on the spot. All right. So, I get with this. I gotta spit kind of quick, coming around with the shit. And everybody know who the fuck I'm is. I gotta go when I flip it. Young niggas know when I get it. I gotta go with these midgets. I'm looking like them idiots. I just don't give a damn what you say. Niggas try to get played. I'm fucking up with that shit. A nigga try to get laid, but don't tell my baby mom, because I'm finna drop bombs. You know me. I'm in this bitch. You finna ring the alarm. I don't go with punchlines. I'd rather rap hella fast. I'd rather get the fattest ass all up in the fucking class and do what got a clash like the Clash of the Titans. Coming up in this bitch, nigga. I'm like a Michael Myers. I'm about to kill your ass and set you on fire. Dude, I fucked up a little bit right there.
Yeah.
Cause I just realized like I'm still feeling pretty
That's
good.
good though, dude.
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah, that's great. But here's like okay, I write. I'm a writer. Like what started off when I was in high school is writing lyrics for bands I was in.
Right.
And then high school ended, and I was still writing lyrics to bands I was no longer even in. I was just just by myself writing because I didn't want to admit to myself that I was writing poetry. And
Right.
eventually I was like, all right, I'm fucking writing poetry. And so I eventually lost because even after high school when I was out of bands, I would still write verse, chorus, chorus, like. And then once I finally admitted to myself, then I started actually writing poetry. You know, but I'm a huge fan of the rhyme scheme. I find it more challenging.
Yeah.
I don't like poetry that doesn't rhyme.
Oh,
I feel like anybody can do that.
That's not fucking poetry to me. Fuck them. God damn it.
I mean, whatever. And art's an art, but I
Right.
find it more challenging to rhyme.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of rhyming. And a couple years ago, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to write a rap song. And one thing with hip hop, which because we were kind of hitting on mumble rap earlier, so I'm sure you're more of a fan of rap that can tell a story.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of rap that can tell a story. But I was like, okay, it's my first shot, so I ain't even trying to tell a story here. I'm just gonna rhyme,
Right.
And that shit was hard as fuck. Like, cause I I did research first to like see kind of what the current rhyme scheme is, and what's popular now, and it was just like basically like rap as much as or like rhyme as much as humanly possible within like one fucking line, within one bar, and I was like, holy shit, like so. I mean, it was hard as fuck, and so then my second attempt at it, I tried to do it and tell a story. Like I tried to like say something with it, which it was very short. Like it was like maybe 8 lines, and I was like, that's fucking hard as fuck. So then like I was like, dude, mad respect that anybody can do that on the fly. Like like anybody can do it on even if you're freestyling and not telling a story, like that's fucking just mad props, dude. Like it blew me away. I was like, I don't think I ever realized how hard that actually was until I tried to like physically, because my poetry pattern was every other line. The last word rhymes.
Right. Shit, nothing. I always hate whenever I go to like freestyle for people, and they think I'm rapping shit I wrote. Especially when I'm in the good mood, I'm hearing like the beat just right, and I hit that good groove to the music. I'm just spitting like I mean it. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of times, I get these cats who rap what they wrote, and to me, that's just a showcase. Like I get it. You want to show off the best you got, but that's lame to me. That's like showing up to do a live that's like showing up as an artist to draw a portrait of somebody, but show up with a picture already, and you're just shading it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? Did you even do that? Did you really because you had all this time to fucking sit around and think about what you wrote, and like I had a conversation with one of the more prolific rappers on my Facebook page. My man, he does a lot of big things. And he disagreed with me that you should always like in a freestyle thing rap what you wrote. Now I get it with battles. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna go to a battle with somebody, I guess. But me, I can't, because most of the shit that I write goes to the music that it's to. It's like a symbiotic relationship. I can use it and I can rap it over some other shit, but you really get the feel for what I'm saying when you listen to the music. Because there's times where I'll speed up the same time the music speeds up. There's times where I'll switch my flow as song switches, way before Kendrick Lamar was doing that shit. You know what I mean? Like that was, that's my shit. So if I'm doing that shit just a cappella to you or over some random ass beat, when I start rapping fast, it might not fucking go to the timing of that. Now, granted, I've got to the point where I'm able to switch it up and be able to speed up or slow down however I need to, but like there was a time down at Mad Frog, they did a cipher. And, it was like in between people's sets, and they're like, call these people up, you stand up online and do your fucking shit. And when I'm nervous, I rap fast. That's just because I'm not really a punchline heavy rapper. That's just like my brain doesn't work that way. 1 out of every 4 bars will be a punchline almost, Yeah. So I'd rather rap fast and impress people with the technique as opposed to just the sudden, I guess, humor of hearing a dope-ass punchline or whatever. So these dudes are doing their shit and people's rapping their basic ass obvious. They wrote that shit. Listen, you ain't the next Lil Wayne. I know you spent a week and a half on that bar, you son bitch. I can hear the pencil scratching in your voice.
Right.
So I get up and I do my thing, and I'm just spitting fast and feeling the flow and doing my shit. And the motherfucker cuts off the music, and he's like, you can't rap written shit. You can't rap written shit. And I'm like, hold on, bro. Don't get mad at me because my brain is just, that's how I rap.
Yeah.
Like I was telling my homie Matt the other day, I'll walk around my jobs freestyling to myself. I don't like to freestyle very loud because I just feel like that's obnoxious and stereotypical, but I'll rap under my breath to myself. And, I come up with some amazing fucking lines, great-ass concepts. By the time I go to write it down or put it on my phone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Because it's very...
Same shit,
I used to do that a lot with
I
writing. I would come up with a great like poetry, like like even a theme or anything, and I'd be sitting in bed, and all of a sudden I would like get on my phone and like hit my voice recorder, like, and I would like listen to it in the morning just so I could fucking remember it.
Yeah. Or I'll write shit down, and because I've started switching my flow so much, I have like a decipher when I write. If I do dashes in between words, that means I'm going to rap it a bit choppy. Do it like this, spit it like that.
Oh, gotcha.
Or if I write in script, I'm going to rap faster, more like Twista.
Gotcha.
Come around with that shit that I get. Everybody want to go with the shit. I know that. And then if I just write normal, I know I'm going to rap whatever. So because there were many times where I just like write shit normal and forget the cadence and go to rap it the next day. I'm like, how the fuck did I make this shit fit? How the fuck? And like I'm sitting there practicing myself. Like, do I even know how to rap? What is this shit? Throw the whole fucking project away.
I've done that plenty of times where I just thought I could kind of remember. I would like write like the most basic details, and then I would go to write the next day. And I'm like, the fuck was I thinking? Like I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
God, I should have wrote down more.
Like my freestyles, they just happen on their own. I could be fucking carrying a tray of plates back to a kitchen, or, you know, walking to a table and just spitting to myself. I don't got time to fucking pull out the phone and be, hey, yo, nigga, I'm about to grow, nigga, and get that shit, get them hoes, get that dro, nigga. Like I don't got time for all that shit when I'm going to a table, you know. So like, and like I started writing at my job now, and like, you know, they're fucking. And there's HR right upstairs from me, you know, so I got to be careful really when I say so. If I'm in my trap mode, writing shit, they definitely can't hear me under my breath, you know, talking about, you know, flipping these bricks and smoking this dro or some shit like that. They can't hear that shit. They're gonna fucking they're gonna drug test me again. You're gonna use the fake piss once before they catch up.
I'm gonna use the podcast here to embarrass the shit out of myself, and I'm gonna read the one that I wrote.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't have a title or anything. In the very first line, I definitely stole from some white dude that everybody knows. I'm not ready. Mine's thin like spaghetti. Feel the flow, you know already. The dice fall, rolling for it all. Snake eyes, and I realize it's the wrong call. On the phone, talking, but I'm all alone. No one's there to care what I moan. Frozen thoughts, this rap is distraught. Broken records, and my words are caught. Lost stories and empty rhymes get me only dimes. But for me, it left me signs to double the time. Lost stories and empty rhymes, this one's mine. Now I got 44 dimes at the end of this bar line. The hook's weak, my substance is bleak. Structured a fucker, my stance is peak. The highest point, I'm nowhere near it. Bottom feeder, weed'll go where I hear it. To a higher place in this time and space. Future God, gonna be mine post haste. Practice first, fuck the world later. Without lube, gonna loot the haters. Stories, lost stories and empty rhymes get me only dimes. But for me, it left me signs to double the time. Lost stories and empty rhymes, this one's mine. Now I got 44 dimes at the end of this bar line. Still pointless. Uh-oh, hold on, I scrolled too far. Still pointless. No stories to tell. Empty pages for me to fill. Gonna write out of sight. My fight will make you swell. And then the last verse is, coming to the end, my scheme will make you bend. Take it from behind, you'll leak and need depends. Like shady drips, my rhymes will make your mind slip. Falling down, it's time to make your dick limp. 2 more bars. For these lyrics from Mars, another planet, it will hit the stars. Fame laced, you'll know this face like a mirror, this horror will be traced. That was it. That took me fucking forever, dude.
Oh, bars up.
That took me goddamn.
Did you have any music to it?
Fucking forever.
Or is you just like write?
I can't do that part of it, no.
I had a rap group. Me and my buddies used to get drunk and write raps and make beats. And, we called ourselves Constant Flows.
Nice.
Constant with a K, flows with a PH and a Z. My rap name.
How typical.
My rap name was Big Delicious.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, Action still kind of sounds like a rap name too.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And I rapped the directions off a box of macaroni and cheese for my first song. It was awesome. This was back in MySpace days. Like DJ Dimepiece followed us and used to like our shit. And we thought we were cool as fuck.
Shit, Young Money used to follow the Death Dealers on Twitter, but then we were making a mixtape, and there was one song we did over that Drake and Lil Wayne song Motto.
Yeah.
We did a remix to that, and my verse, I'm just sitting there talking my normal shit. My homie Tony gets on there, and he's bashing Lil Wayne and Drake, and then the motherfucker stopped following us.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I guess they heard the song and didn't feel like we were
Unfollowed you, damn.
Yeah, like they didn't feel like we were worthy enough for, like, you know, that'd been cool. You know, if they're like in a random Young Money song, yeah, blah, fuck the Death Dealers, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, they mentioned us. Hey, that's right, fuck us, nigga. Ah, I got it. You know, but they just unfollowed us.
Wow.
It was a dope ass song too. It was one of my favorite flows I've done. But online, I had it on fucking YouTube, and they mute the music in the background. I don't even know how the fuck they're able to do that, because it's not allowed in our country, because, you know, Google bought them, and now they're all fucking...
Right.
Dude, we don't really play music on the show anymore. We got shut down real quick. We tried to upload a video where we played, what was it, fucking 15 seconds of an Incubus song?
Yeah.
Like, it was a new Incubus song that came out. We just were talking about it. We played it. Fucking Google wouldn't even let, like, they muted our entire 2 hours.
Wow.
For the 15 seconds of that song we played, they wouldn't let any of our shit play.
Wow.
I was like, fuck that, we ain't playing music no more.
You haven't heard that shit.
But I already did the second one. And this is the one where I try to actually tell a story. And there's no, like, hook, there's no chorus, there's no nothing.
It's just bars.
Just bars. It's
Yeah.
called, and this one has a title. It's called An Unfinished Affinity. An overload of emotions, I loathe the motion. Crying, rage flying high, a dying notion. Life threw a curveball, screw the curve. A fucking asteroid swerved my nerve and killed my noise, y'all. I'm sick of the bricks and unreachable itch. From the ticks to the dicks and the redneck hicks. Hold me back, trying to fold my stack, but I'm full from the hole I lack. Ain't nobody but me can stop me, B. And I'm doing a pretty top job, you see, 'cause I've got daughters, daddy's little girls. I should have fought for her to rule the world. I'm supposed to be a hero, not crying in my beer, yo. I keep screwing up and it's chewing me up and spewing me up, backdoor doing me up. And I need to fucking step up, grab my balls and dress up to be the man, the father, the husband, and all other men to look up to. I'm shook up and I really need to wake up. That was deep.
Nice. Nice. I could dig it.
That was deep, yo. Yeah, it was a few times I tried and it was fucking hard as fuck.
Yeah, me and my homie, we did a lot of storytelling songs. They were fun, man. It was cool. They always ended up being too fucking long. And like our problem, we always got so energetic whenever we performed. It would be like a 6.5 minute story song, and we're fucking jumping all over the goddamn stage and shit.
Yeah.
Wearing ourselves out like, oh man, it's cool. I want to get back into that.
I don't have energy for that. I can get up there and I can maybe try to practice rap and rap some shit, but I can't run around and do all that shit.
I know I can't right now, but I've been slowly working out. I got to get back into it.
Yeah.
I'm doing some rap thing for my job. They're holding, I guess, some kind of showcase or some kind of talent show or whatever like that. And I'm just like, well, I just want to shit on everybody because I know I'm better than all of you. So I'm just going to write this rap song and just shit on all of you people. But I have to get back into my old performing style because, fuck, man, not performing for a while. Like me and my homie Tony, we was going out every fucking week doing our thing. And I didn't realize, like I always thought I was out of shape because I was never like really losing weight. I didn't realize I was getting into performance shape though. Like I was able to, like me and him, we would literally jump off the stage, climb on shit. Like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Promoters in fucking Cincinnati started getting wireless mics and longer microphone cords because we would get that shit. And if we had short mic cords, then I'd be on stage rapping and he'd be in the crowd going crazy. And then we'd switch up. You know, it was ridiculous. It was good fucking times.
Yeah.
The crazy shit is like he's this little white dude. And I remember, you guys ever go out to fucking Baba Boudin's back in the day out in Clifton? I forget what it's called now.
I know what it is. I don't know that I've ever been there though.
But they used to do this rap showcase, open mic night with Rome and DJ Scandal. And Scandal, he passed away a few years ago, but he was a very influential person in the music scene. Mm-hmm. So we would always do these showcases and these shows there. And that's where we really got known for our high energy and just being able to just fucking cut loose. And I remember there was one time, so I'm standing on stage rapping and Tony, he gets down while he's doing his shit. And he's in the middle of this crowd with all these 8'20", fresh out of jail looking dudes rapping this bullshit to them, pointing up to all their fucking faces. And I'm just sitting there like backing him up, looking down like, fuck, am I going to have to jump in and like, is he about to start a riot and shit? But we've done some cool shit back in the day, man. We've done some like, we smoked joints on stage for like our smoking songs. We had like a fog machine and some strobe lights and had this whole theatrics to it. Like it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And then it got to the point where like I always wore fingerless gloves. And before we like I wouldn't wear them before we would perform, but I was always trying to stay in character, which our Death Dealers character was just like, you know, we were off in the back, arms crossed, you know, everyone else would be getting hyped, you know, we're just sitting there, you know, we might wear like hoods over our heads until it's our time to rap, and then we fucking cut loose and go insane. And people would know, like, you know, it was about that time for us to go on when I started putting on those fingerless gloves. Like, people started recognizing us. It was cool. We used to walk around Clifton, like, practicing our shit because we would practice our stuff 100 times in a row. Like, we were, like, me and him, our practice regimen is, like, if I'm rapping throughout my verse and I stumble, start back over. If he fucks up, then we start back over the whole song. If one of us keeps on fucking up, then we'll do all the verses as that verse until we get it right. Like we were very, very meticulous about our shit. So we'd walk around Clifton before it was our time to perform, just rapping shit. I remember one day someone stuck their head out the window. They're like, "Hey, are you guys the death dealers?" And we're like, "Yes, we are, Jesus. Who the fuck is calling for us? That's dope as shit." So that was a lot of cool times. Like we're looking to get back into it.
Well, yeah, dude. When you do, like, let me know because, like I said, I mean, I didn't get to do it tonight, but we'll start putting. If you get a show booked, let me know as soon as you get a show booked. We'll talk about it. We'll tell everybody where you're going.
Now that I'm working morning shifts, even though morning is hell, I didn't realize like I work 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. and that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure after working the restaurant for fucking that long.
Yeah, like I'm slightly getting used to it now, but now I'm starting to get tired at 10 o'clock like some kind of bitch. Like what the fuck? I used to stay up till 4 in the morning just not giving a fuck. Now I'm waking up at 4 in the morning like, oh, I got an hour left to sleep. But at least now I can write my own schedule, so I know that we can set up shows now. We can, if there's something that's gonna pop off on a Saturday night, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I'm gonna miss out on blah blah blah. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I really want us to get back into it. I feel like, especially with our style of music, our aggression that we bring, how angry the nation is right now, I kind of feel like they kind of need the death dealers. They don't need the new mumble rap. They need people who's going to get in your face and be like...
Dude, you got me excited already.
Oh, man. Fucking can't wait to get back into it.
Yeah, I want to see the angry.
It's good times.
Let's do this, man. Let's, because we do our top 5 every week.
All right.
So... this week we're gonna do top 5 hip hop on our review. So let's hear where your inspirations, I guess, come from. 'Cause I'm sure your top 5 is gonna be where your top inspirations are.
All right. Well, it kind of breaks up because my top inspirations aren't on my top 5 artists.
Oh, okay. I guess that would make sense. But...
yeah. So my top inspirations would be Eminem, Tech Nine, Twista. All right, the people I listen to the most. Now, my top 5 people, my number 1 is Eminem. I think he's probably the greatest mainstream artist of his time. Mm-hmm. Then I'd go Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne, and Andre 3000.
Great one.
Yeah. And I'm going to do a special shout out real quick because my phone's blowing up to my homie Lindsay. My best friend Tony, I'm sure he's watching. My girlfriend Paige, I don't know if she even got the link to work or not, but hopefully the kids aren't acting up. See if my dad's stare can work through Facebook.
Right.
I'm watching you. Better not be fucking up.
That's funny.
Yeah, those would be my top 5.
Those are good though. Dude, Andre. I love Andre 3000.
Yeah, man. I heard Outkast is coming back with another album, or maybe they already did. I don't know. Time is just so.
Dude, I don't think that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, if they did,
They need to, man.
I wrecked my first car to bombs over Baghdad.
It's totally justifiable.
I remember clearly. Had to cut me out with the jaws of life.
Nice.
Yeah.
What you got, buddy?
I was flying, son. What? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Grandmaster Flash. Fucking amazing.
I only know one song.
Oh, really?
Same here.
2 Live Crew. Dude, I remember listening to them when I was a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be hearing this shit.
We got compared to 2 Live Crew, how raunchy we get.
Oh, really? Nice.
Our top single was called I Can Make You Come.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
That was good times.
That's definitely...
My mom will never hear that song.
A 2 Live Crew song title.
Yeah.
T.I.
Oh, yeah.
Spose. And Watsky.
I knew Watsky would be on that list.
Yeah, man.
Nice. That's a good list. You went kind of way back on it.
Holy shit. Dude. Yeah. Fuck, I love Grandmaster Flash, man.
I went kind of back and forth on my top 2. But my top, I don't even know which way I want to go with it. But my top 2 are Wu-Tang and Eminem.
Oh, nice.
And because Wu-Tang is how I got into hip hop in the first place. Because I'm a white kid and I grew up with rock, and then like in the 90s it like became cool to listen to Wu-Tang, and I started listening to Wu-Tang, and that was like my introduction into hip hop. And so I loved Wu-Tang, and I loved anything they put out, like anybody in Wu-Tang, any Ghostface Killer, RZA, Old Dirty Bastard, all their solo albums. Went from there. I liked everything they put out. Eminem, I don't care what color that man is. That dude has fucking a vocabulary bigger than I have ever heard anybody in my entire life. That dude's just a fucking genius with words. I can't figure it out. Beyond that, Jay-Z. Jay-Z was huge for me growing up, and I still love what he does now. Like, he's kind of sold out a little bit. Like,
yeah, I guess $1 billion would do that to you, shit.
Right,
Yeah.
shit.
I'll sell it like a motherfucker for that.
Right.
God damn, fuck this fucking struggle.
Where the fuck
But
did I saw it, dude?
I still like Jay-Z. Like, I don't know, he likes to keep the art in it.
Yeah.
That's what I enjoy about him. He likes to keep the art in it. We mentioned earlier, Hobson is definitely like
Hobson's
on my
dope.
top 5. Like, I love that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, he puts himself out there. He's vulnerable. You know, he's got shit to say. And that's
Right.
why I like him.
Right.
And then number 5 is Yellow Wolf.
Oh, yeah?
I love Yellow Wolf.
Yeah.
Man.
It took
I
me a
do.
second to get hip to Yellow Wolf.
Yeah.
'Cause I was just kind of like... I was just butthurt he got signed. I'm like, God damn it, Shady. People, like, I'm trying to send you my fucking album.
Right, yeah.
But he's
Would
dope.
it-
I mean, Yellow Wolf, he got skills. I give him that.
When Shady signed him originally, I fucking hated him. I hated trunk music. I hated everything he was putting out in the beginning. It wasn't until he put out Love Story that I actually started to like him. And a lot of old fans, a lot of old Yellow Wolf fans would be like, I see them, you know, in the comment section, and like, we want old Yellow Wolf back, you know, fuck this fake country ass honky bullshit you're doing.
Right.
And the way I kind of look at it is, I think all he really did was found himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he really did, was he found himself, his style, his everything, and, you know, he grew up in Alabama, he's a fucking country boy. Like, you know, see, he found a way to make who he was work with what he wanted out of rap.
Right.
And he found a way to make it work, and I fucking love it. Like, and it really helped that I went to go see him live. And, like,
yeah.
I saw him live, and it was fucking phenomenal. I saw him live right before he went to shit, though. Like, right before he, like, lost all his goddamn marbles. Like, but now he's kind of like, he's getting his marbles back. But, no, I love Yellow Wolf. Like, and kind of almost for the same reason I love Andre 3000, that I love Hobson, that I love, they're, like, trying to change it, but in a good way.
Right.
You know, like, they're not mumbling things. Like,
God,
like they're not just, like, you know, trying to change it so much that it's absurd.
Right. I can't get behind this mumbling thing, man, for real.
Yeah, dude, I can't either.
I mean, I'm trying to stop being, because, like, there was a long time I was bougie as fuck, and I was, like, only listening to either the Death Dealers music, my solo shit, the couple homies I knew, or, like, Eminem, like, the people who I fucking got my inspiration from.
Right.
Other than that, you know, the new artists would come and I'd hear their singles. I'm like, man, this dude's garbage. What the fuck, industry? Man, fuck these guys. I remember the first time Teach Me How to Dougie came on the radio station, on the Wiz. I called the Wiz. It was the first time I ever got through on the only time I ever tried. You know, it went straight through. The person picked up. I'm like, yo, that song you guys just played, that Teach Me How to Dougie, that shit was garbage. What the hell? And the person on the radio, they were just like, yeah, I know, but, you know, we have to play this. I'm like, man, I'm going to try and come out with some shit that's better, because, man, what the fuck? Clearly I haven't, because my dumb ass is still sitting here fucking Walmart balling and shit, but, you know, it is what it is, you know.
I'll tell you what I hated, and I don't know if you liked it or not, but the fucking Panda song.
Ah, fuck that song, too.
I hated it. I got tired of hearing it. My wife was playing it nonstop. My kids were playing it nonstop, and I was just like, I remember even told Chrissy at one point in time, I was like, God damn, I cannot wait till this month is over and you're not playing this anymore. Like, because I knew it was going to go away. I knew it was like a quick little fad that was going to go away.
Right.
And yeah, it did. It fucking went away. You don't hear it anymore. But for that month, god damn, it was like...
There was a...
Like, it's like that was every fucking... Like
There was a fucking video I saw before the Panda song even got popular. There was a video I saw on Facebook where it was some pandas sliding down some slide and kept on going up the slide and slide, and there was like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And the hook for Panda was on there. So I just thought it was just for this particular 15-second fucking videos. When I heard the shit on the radio for real, I'm like, seriously?
Right.
Same thing with Bad and Bougie. The first time I ever heard Bad and Bougie, there was a video online of Sid the Science Kid. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that.
Yeah,
I have kids.
Yeah. So they put
I
like
don't mind that show. It's a good show.
right. It's not bad. I mean, it's smart. It's fucking Muppets, computer Muppets, but whatever. It's
Yeah.
future. So, but they had they put the lyrics over like the opening song, and like it fit really well. But that was the first time I ever heard that particular song off this video on Facebook. So I'm just hoping that one day someone's gonna hear one of my songs,
Right.
throw it on motherfucking Sesame Street or something happening, and then all of a sudden it becomes big because that's like that shit went viral before the shit even became a hit.
That's funny. Yeah, actually, like I want to make it. I'm gonna make it one day. I want to make this meme of the evolution of hip hop, and it would like start. The evolution of hip hop in accordance to like art, like paintings or drawings. So like you got 80s hip hop, and you got very like you can picture it in your mind, very childlike stick figures. Very cute little drawings with people and stuff. And then you move on to the 90s, and the talent of the art gets a little better, but it's a little darker.
Mm-hmm.
You got like instead of stick figures, you got a 8th grader drawing people of body, and it's darker.
Yeah.
And then you get to so it's the 80s, 90s, 2000s. And it's like fucking like the Mona Lisa, It's all fucking just perfection, and it's all fucking business and just fucking just beautiful. And then you get to the 2010s, and it just scribbles.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like I want to make this meme where it's just like it's like the evolution of in accordance to art, and you get 2010s and it's just fucking scribbles and splotches and fucking shit.
You know why I think this mumble rap got popular is because they started taking bullying out of schools. So all these LDS Riri kids are going around and him in the trap, and like we can't make fun of them no more. We just gotta fucking cheer them on, and that's what happens. Same thing like I said earlier about people fucking.
Everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah, everybody's a star. Yes, apparently now. So now we got Lil Yachty and whatever other artard rappers are fucking destroying shit. And the crazy thing is like I'll see every now and then I'll see a random video of one of them like maybe spitting some actual bars and like, where is this version of you? But I don't understand why the stupid shit is selling. Why are people?
Right.
One of my good friends, he's really into mumble rap, and he's like I'm not proud of it. It's like a guilty pleasure. I just listen to it. Because I respect him. Like he's the biggest hip hop head I've ever fucking met. This dude knows hip hop in and out. I told him like, dude, you need to be like a fucking rap analyst and get paid for this shit. Because he doesn't look like it either. When I found out he smoked and knew hip hop, I'm like, dude, we're gonna be good friends. Like me and him's going to a Kendrick Lamar concert in August. This motherfucker, he's getting me hip to shit that I didn't even know. I'm like, bro, you're gonna listen to my album before I set it out because you listen to everybody. So my dude Matt, he got this mumble rap shit, and he just listened to it over and over again until he can hear what people liked, and eventually started picking out, and like mumble rap kind of sounds like lazy reggae to me, because like I love reggae. I can't always understand a lot of reggae, and
That actually kind of makes sense now that you say that.
Yeah, it's like
I've never thought of it before, but that actually makes sense.
It's the only way I can accept it, man. Like it's just happening, and we just got to deal with it.
Huh? That's interesting. All right, well, we're gonna start wrapping up the show here.
Nice.
We can do what we do at the end of every show. We do the Cincinnati piece of shit of the week, which the piece of shit of the week. Well, there's 2 of them, 2 pieces of shit of the week from your hometown, hometown of Norwood. We got Grace Bosworth and James Halpin. Grace Bosworth opened up a translating company in Norwood, where she helped people translate services basically, and her and James, is his name? James, yeah, they got it on the dark web, started buying fentanyl, getting it, and then they're shipping it out from this business. They're using this business to ship it out, wherever they need to go and killing whoever they need to kill. So that's the show of the week, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fuck those guys.
They're assholes. I didn't have anything to throw this whole. I didn't print anything today. I had nothing to throw. Yes, piece of shit of the week. We want to thank Drew the Legend, Drew Watson, for being on the show tonight.
Well, thank you for having me.
It was a good
man.
show.
Good times.
You're actually the first hip hop artist, so it was kind of interesting.
Nice.
It was nice. I like it. Change of pace.
Yeah, it was. It really was. It was good.
We're
saw it
still
here
still
first.
building up our
Right.
guest list. Still building up our guest list. So we're, you know.
It is. I always come back. I like that shit.
Yeah, no, you're welcome anytime. Yeah, so welcome to the show, or thanks for coming to the show, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, join us next week. We got Natasha Kramer, a girl who does it all. She's a model, an actress, a filmmaker, an effects, makeup artist, a painter, a musician, and a photographer. And she's fucking beautiful.
Sometimes she takes time to breathe.
Yeah,
That's
no.
a lot of shit.
Somewhere in between all that.
And you're there for every breath.
Right.
If you're interested in sponsoring the show, being a guest on the show, or just want to send us cool shit, message us on Facebook at unshavenmodcast@gmail.com. And that is the end of the show.
I finished the book today.
You finished
Good times.
I'm sorry, the what?
1,500 pages, that damn book.
Oh, the book It.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I said book
Yeah.
it, like when we were
The
kids.
Book It.
Like, book it. I finished the book it program finally, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
what'd you
finished
do?
that shit today. All right, that's all.
But hey, everybody
I at
can...
least need to say it to somebody, so.
He finished the book it program today, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody can fuck off and die.
Yay, everyone can read.